Okay. One.
Wax up. Wax up. You need to watch that Cobra Kai. Shut up.
Yo, what it do?
Would it be?
Oh, I'm gonna let it do what it do. Welcome back, everybody. I wasn't able to attend last week, so Ian pretended like I was dead and didn't do the show in honor of me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he was worried I was gonna replace him.
Yeah, so I try to come on and you have some like, yes, man. Yes, Mr. Ian. Yes, sir, Mr. Ian. Be like,
Yeah.
that there's, the show is like free, right? You don't get any money. Yes, Mr. Ian.
I need one of those for an intern. Do some social media where somebody that actually will get on the chat and monitor the chat and stuff.
Oh yeah, I should see that. Hold on. We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Let me try and see. Holy Jesus. I forgot. Whenever I put the dark theme on it breaks YouTube's dark theme and it makes it brighter apparently. They find I don't know if you have a story about it. They finally have the dark theme on Android.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I heard it was on before, but then
they kept saying it was gonna, and then someone leaked that it did. And I'm like, what? And I checked it out, and it's true. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Also, Steam, like for the longest time, you have to enter your birth date when you join up for Steam. They keep it on file, but when you go through the store and they're like, hey, this game contains adult material, please enter your birth date. You have it on file. So everybody was born January 1st of whatever year equals 18. So finally they stopped doing that bullshit. So anyway, what did you title the show?
Oh, I don't know. I just titled the number. It's usually easier for me to make a title from after we do the show, because it's like I only have my news articles, and like there could be something better, that comes on the show than my articles,
Mm-hmm. Well, there's nothing going on in chat right now.
Okay.
I'm so hurt.
I think that one guy that made a couple comments was a bot or something, because they were like gone after we checked it.
Yeah, Floyd didn't say anything. If it had been him, he would have said, yeah, it was Hitler. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. So how are you doing, sir, before we get into my long-winded bullshit?
It's going okay. Which, by the way, I don't think anybody could fill your shoes on the show as unique as you are.
What? Is that a compliment? Backhanded or front-handed? What is that?
It's however you want to take it, Frank.
I said what I said.
No, you. It's like I texted him earlier today. I said, "Are you kidding? Nobody, even Linus or Logan or any of those tech YouTubers, talk about the FCC or AMD or whatever as much as Frank does."
No, and I don't just do it on the show. Like, I try to talk politics and shit to regular people in general, which within reason. You're not supposed to discuss politics at work. That makes sense. But if I'm getting a vibe from somebody that they're like, yeah, fuck this and fuck that, and the same fuck this and fuck that I'm at, I'll express my grievances.
Yeah.
But because you can't just go, fuck that Donald Trump, because the guy that's pumping your gas might be no one pumps gas for it. Well, in certain places, They still pump gas for you. I think it was Oregon. You're only they had to pump for you or something, just so they guarantee that somebody will have a job.
Oh, I don't know about Oregon. I know that's like that in New Jersey too.
And what was it? There's Swifties gas stations here in Ohio. Like they still pump it for you. The dude wears the ice cream man change belt. Oh, you need change? I'm like, what the fuck do I need change for? Am I making a phone call from a payphone in my car, dude? I don't. Anyway, so where the hell were we going with this? So what have you been up to?
Oh, not much. Chat. I have.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered something online. It's nothing that
Dildo.
big of a deal, but no, it's technology.
It's a smart dildo. It's an eye dildo.
Eye dildo. No, I ordered that icy graphite thermal pad for my processor.
For your one that's always overheating?
Yeah. Well, it's like, I've been doing it for basically like day-to-day tasks for most of the time, and I still have to do my Ryzen build over again. I have to reinstall it. I found the current ISOs with the 1803 update on it, so I put that on a thumb drive today, and I'm gonna have to redo it. First, before I do that, I'm gonna test, because in the blue screens I was getting from it, I saw some mentions of like memory problems, which it could obviously mean anything. But before I reinstall the OS, I'm gonna maybe do some memtest 86 on it. I don't know. You said you were having some blue screens before.
Yeah, that's part of when I was saying my long-winded shit. So after the show, I don't remember if it was right after or the next day or whatever, I said, I'm going to play some Fallout. I haven't played it in a minute. So I was playing video games, and all of a sudden, it hadn't done this in a long time. When mine like freezes, like in Fallout, you have a radio and it plays. It's not real radio. It plays songs in a loop. But it plays in the background while you're playing, and the game froze, but the radio was still going until the end of the song. So I was like, okay. So I restart, and I get a blue screen, and I restart again, and I get a updating. Please don't shut off your computer. And I'm like, okay. And then I get another blue screen, and I got like 4 or 5 blue screens in a row. And I'm like, okay, maybe it just overheated. So I wait. And then, like, the day after I mentioned it to you, I started up and it was working fine. So I made a restore point, because I'm like, the whole time I was doing it, the troubleshooting stuff was like, oh, we'll reinstall Windows. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, don't do that. And it's like, you could do from a restore point. I don't have a restore point set. Shit, I should have did that. You know how easy that is? I felt like an idiot. Look, I looked it up. I went to YouTube, and the guy in the video is like, okay, you go to your search bar and you type how to set a restore point, and boom, it pops up. And you literally, there's just like set a restore point or code from a restore point, and you click it and you give it a fucking name, which I gave it to, that day's date, and you wait a couple seconds and okay, it's done. That was fucking it. Shit, why didn't I do that a long time ago? But so that's a backup. But my when I was trying to repair, it's like, oh, this doesn't work. You'll need the flash drive you install Windows with the disk with the repair utilities. I was like, oh, okay, I just need the flash. I couldn't find my fucking flash drive, and I turned the lights on. I'm walking around, digging through shit. I couldn't find it. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I went to bed, and I told my wife about it yesterday. I said, yeah, I was looking. I couldn't find my flash. She goes, you lost my flash drive? And I go, no. I lost my flash drive. I not yours. Because she had one with like family photos and shit on it. And whoa, they had all my family photos and stuff on it. I go, no, I know yours is in there. Well, hold on. Let me go look. I go through the drawer. First fucking drawer, I find my flash drives. Don't know where the fuck hers went now.
Oh shit.
I know I saw that because I remember going, okay, yeah, this one's not mine. I sat it down because I knew it wasn't, because I have goofy ones. I have a penguin and a fucking monkey. The penguin had Linux on it.
Did you see the sushi dice?
What?
I've seen those on Amazon. They have sushi dice. They even have a, yeah, just like in the shape of like sushi, like food.
Okay. No, never seen
And
that.
they even have a thumb drive with the thumb stick.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want, I guess. I mean, in my job at working and receiving, I've opened packages that have promotional USB drives that are the smallest. Like, I have micro SD cards that are that size, but these are actual USB drives. And I'm like, you flip them open, they have a metal protective thing, and you can on a pivot. I'm like, boy, if this wasn't somebody else's, I'd like to fucking have it, because they're like so small. You could wear it on like a necklace. If you wouldn't want it on a keychain, you'd lose it in a heartbeat. But like, anyway, so yeah, I don't know where the hell they're at. Now that's another thing I got to do, is tear this room apart and find it. As much as I like black, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wear all black all the time, but everything cool is black, and finding it in the dark is a bitch. Because like all the cables I try to plug in are fucking black. Power strip is black. You know, my monitor is black if I try to plug into the back a bit. My case, guess what? It's black.
Was hers black? Her thumb drive?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those cruisers.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
My drawer, my dresser drawers are black. All inside of it, big wad of black cables. It's like looking for a needle in a stack of needles, as my friend used to say.
Well, you replace one problem with another.
That's how it is around here. It's like, I solved this problem, but now this. Fuck. Okay, so that was my computer problems there. I got it going now. I don't know why. It was blue screening, but it hasn't done it since, thank God. Knock on wood.
Well, that's good. I don't know. Every time I try to rely on system restore, it's like I could never find the restore point that I made. You know?
Well, see, my Dell, I always had the system restore on it to the factory restore point, and it was always, it always worked. So that's why I was like, well, let me try. I've never actually restored to the point. I kept reading articles that are like, people were trying to find out how to restore to a point they never saved. They're like, dumbass, you have to have a save point. You can't restore now that I have a problem. Let me no, it doesn't work.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know. What do you think about those? Because I was thinking about, I was going to take, I have a 4 terabyte and then the newer 8 terabyte hard drive. I was going to take the 4 terabyte out of my FX build and put in the Ryzen build, because it's just sitting there doing nothing. And I figured I'd use it for like projects and stuff. I was thinking about also doing, since it's a secondary drive, then I was going to mess around with making like an image backup. I don't know if you've ever messed around with those of like of your OS.
Briefly.
Okay. Because I know you could like make a image backup as a partition, or you could put it in everything in like just an ISO file or something.
Yeah, I think that's how my Dell had it. It was like an image, because it wasn't like go to restore point. This was still like XP, so whatever the hell it had back then. Yeah. But I mean, I don't see why not.
Well, it'd be nice to have it in an ISO, because then that makes it more portable, I guess.
Yeah.
Or an IMG file, I guess.
Also, I told you my drive that my games are on is about done. It's pretty much full, and I'm just for speed's sake anyway. I think I'm going to put Fallout 76 on my OS drive, because that's an SSD anyway. So, because like load screens and shit are shit, so it might be faster. But anyway, I was looking at storage drives for all my games and everything, and I was like, okay, 10 terabyte, and then I just happened upon a Toshiba 12 terabyte on eBay for $300.
For 300?
Yeah,
Nice.
and I think it's user refurbished, which people are like, oh, refurbished. Hey, that means at least a person touched it, not some computer that sorted it. Probably a child, probably some little Chinese kid. But yeah, seller refurbished, and I think it was like a 7K, yeah, 7,200 RPM. Because for games you don't want 5,200. I was like, well, is it that bad? And there was YouTube videos of guys who were like, yeah, it's that bad. Don't use it. Like this guy was doing GTA 5 with a 50 whatever 200 drive, and like he's going down the street, and all of a sudden these cars appeared, and he fucking died.
Oh shit.
How mad would you get? You're just driving and a car appears that wasn't fucking there, and you're dead. It's unplayable at that point.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I mean, they got 10 terabyte drives I can buy. I really want to get a lot of drives for this computer when I turn it into a NAS. But I was kind of like, well, how I haven't priced drives in a while, so I was looking it up, and I could get 7 3 terabyte drives for like just under 300. Not bad.
No.
But I don't want to do it yet because my next computer, I want to limit the number of spinning disks on it, just because they're fucking huge.
Right. Well, you would use this for the NAS.
Right. Well, I'm thinking for the gaming computer, I think I want one mass hard drive just for games, so I don't have, because I was like, how is it over the internet if you put all your shit on it? Like there are guys who run their Steam games off their NAS, and I asked guys who did it. They're like, yeah, I did it. Don't do it anything you don't want load screens on. I go, well, fuck, I hate load screens. So, touche, motherfucker. Anyway.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, my computer was overheating though because I was trying to convert some video files and it was giving me warnings about going over 70C. So I'm like, it's just converting some videos at like 720p, and it's like it should not be getting that hot,
Nah.
I mean, I'm actually, because I don't have anything to convert them on, I'm converting them on my XP machine, which is more stable. It's going slower, but I've been having it run for a couple days now, so I mean,
you might get one video done out of that.
No, it's got almost 10 videos done now, and they're like hour-long shows, so it's not too bad.
Okay.
I wasn't getting anything done with this computer or my other one, so I mean, I'm like, until I get my Ryzen back up, I might as well
get Ryzen. Right now I just pulled up CPU Z because I haven't checked my CPU temp in a minute. Where the hell's the temp? I see the speed, model number, all these bullshits I don't care about. Force threads, cache.
Cache.
It doesn't say the temp.
Cache.
Memory. Why am I dual channel? I have 4 sticks of RAM. Shouldn't that be quad?
Well, you do two duals. I mean, unless you bought it as a quad channels kit.
I mean, it's seeing all 32 gigabytes. Showing it as 2383 megahertz. Main board.
Dude, I'm gonna be hurting if I have to buy some new RAM.
Well,
I'm crying.
you just might want to hang on if you want to just wait until after the news.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Ted.
Shut up, Ted. Yeah, I don't see the damn tools. Maybe is it in tools? BIOS update. No, I don't want that shit. Let me close it because I think there's a new update. What's the day?
Friday.
14th?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. I don't know which version I have. Hey, they have a version for Windows 98.
Nice.
Noise.
Noise.
So,
Oi.
what have you been up to?
Besides that, me, nothing. I mean, I've just been keeping on.
Keep on.
I've been watching a lot of that show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. from Marvel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think they did they had Ghost Rider on that show, and I think they did the Ghost Rider better than the movies with Nicolas Cage.
Ghost Rider in the sky.
They're talking about putting a Blade in the series too, which would be
Blade.
Cool.
You know, motherfucking Blade don't pay no taxes.
Were you a big fan of the Blade movies?
You know, dude, I think I was like 15 when those came out.
Yeah.
I don't even know, dog.
99 or 98.
I guess I liked them. I don't remember. I wasn't like, yeah. Thought it told me the temps. Don't know.
Oh, you don't get the temps, Frank.
What is it I need to temp? Was it fans something?
Oh,
Speed fan. That's the one I got. Speed fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely should.
Well, I can't remember.
I use the Asus software because that's.
I do have an Asus
my
motherboard.
Board. Yeah.
I have an Asus board.
Yeah, you can use the AI suite for that, and you can control the fan curve and stuff. It's pretty decent.
Close.
Because with this hot ass MFR, I have to adjust the fan speed so it kicks up when like 100% when it gets to a certain temperature.
My CPU's at 52C. One of my hard drives is at 54C. It's got a little
I don't even know if that's supposed to be a decent temperature or not.
Well, see, like hard drive 1 and 3 have little checks next to them. So I guess that means okay.
Yeah, mine would say the Fireball.
Yeah, well, like my CPU has that, and that's 51. My GPU's at 61 right now.
Yeah, you might want to adjust, do like a fan curve thing. I mean, Jay did a couple of videos on doing fan curves. Because yours was probably just set to like a default linear thing,
Well, like I have it on low, so it's not loud. Because
yeah.
I have voltage reducers and all that.
Oh, okay.
And now at the time I didn't have it under the desk when I started. Now I do. So it's not the best place for airflow, but I get on it once a week. Yeah, I don't have desk space. I got a fucking 6-foot desk.
Right. Oh yeah, I do have. I'm thinking about it in a couple of weeks. I do want to get, when I get my Ryzen build up, I am gonna get that the AIO.
Hey, oh.
Let me.
Sorry, I'm adjusting my cushion. I don't need to see him digging my ass here.
Right. I don't want to be seeing that either.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ.
But no, here's that Toshiba drive I was looking at anyway. It's a Dell part, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And you got to check because a lot of the larger capacity drives are SAS drives.
Really?
Well, not just larger drives, but like when you look up lot drives, a lot of people will sell like they bought a bunch of old servers that had 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes with like 24 drive bays. Well, they're SAS. I'm not going to be able to do anything with those. Now without putting more money into it, I don't want to do. But anyway.
The core that I added onto Amazon is gone now. So
oh, no.
It's no longer available. I wish they'd at least give you, like an alternative or the newer model or something,
Nah. They don't give a shit. I'm
going to be getting the dual fan thing, though, I think.
My CPU cooler is dual fan.
Oh, really?
Noctua NHD 15.
Yeah, I'll show you the one that I want to get. It's this one here.
Oh, you want the one with the infinity mirror?
Yeah.
Or the infinity pump?
Yeah. And then for the fans, I'm gonna get this set here with the because it has a control hub. The Thermaltake here plus 12 RGB. And then I could use the extra fan for a case fan. I mean, I guess Thermaltake is pretty good, aren't they?
A lot of people I know were like, quit giving them money. Because, like, apparently they rip off companies and make them with cheap foreign parts, but, I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, I was trying to find, go straight with the NZXT, but I couldn't find any that are like this where it had like individual LEDs around the ring because I wanted to get one of those where, it could do like animations around the fan or whatever instead of it just being one solid color. I think this has 12 LEDs in each fan.
Really?
Hey, yeah, see.
Huh. Well, with the reason that I haven't been on the show is because I had dental surgery. I don't know if I mentioned
we're
that
gonna
on
go on to Battlestation now.
Huh? Right?
I said we're going out to the Battlestation.
No. No, I had dental surgery on part of my mouth, and that was on a Friday, and I wasn't gonna be able to talk for. I really wasn't even sure I'd be able to come on today because I had the stitches taken out, and I'm feeling it a little bit. It's as long as nothing's rubbing up against my teeth or like I still feel cold. Top of my mouth feels like when you eat a bunch of Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
that's what my gums feel like right now. But like brushing just felt like I was sticking a knife in my fucking teeth. And like my gums, like there's teeth. The gums have been moved up. So there used to be gums there. So now the teeth have to build up that tolerance. So I have to brush with that, toothpaste to fill in the pores and stuff. And yeah, I'm feeling it, but I'm all right. I want to talk because I haven't had no one to talk to, man. I'm in the
Right.
building this week where I'm by myself. When I went to the dentist, I took the day off, and my wife's like, "You took the day off to just get your stitches removed?" I go, "Yes, because I have the PTO. I don't want to fucking be there." I asked for it. They gave it to me. I
I
and it's I was bored. I mowed the grass. I couldn't last Friday. I wanted to mow the grass after I got done with my surgery. Couldn't do it. They're like, no strenuous activity. Just lay around, watch TV, read. I'm like,
I'm gonna let this ton box. Ah!
yeah,
And you pop a jaw muscle or something.
yeah. Well, like in the weekend wasn't good because it was all rainy and shit. So it's a good thing I mowed the grass yesterday to get out of the way. And I figured, well, let's see how we can do tonight here. See, try and not make it a 5-hour marathon.
Yeah. I bet you if you would be like going to the moon if you got hit in the face or something.
Oh, dude, brushing my teeth right now makes them bleed, and just on the one side. They're like
Oh my god.
mouth bleeding. Always looks worse than it is. Because that's why I went to the dentist, because I had gum pockets that would always fill up with shit, even when I was brushing all the time. And like I would brush twice a day, floss, and use little scrubbies and picks and shit. And even then, I was getting infections to where they're like, "Yeah, it's puffy, it's swollen, it's infected." So that's why I had the procedure done, and it made space between my teeth to where I can get at them and clean them. And it's supposed to make the gums shrink up and not get crap in them, but I gotta stay on top of it. And when they were just when it was just gum pockets, I would get a little bit of pink in the sink, as they say.
Yeah.
But when I brushed my teeth for the first time after getting my because they put a dressing on it, which is like a piece of silly putty, which feels like a wad of gum you can't get out of your mouth. When they took that out, they told me, be very careful. They gave me a soft bristle toothbrush and said, just watch out. Don't be afraid of that blood. And I said, okay. And man, I just spit straight blood into the sink. It was like a horror movie. There's no,
You're like in a Rocky movie.
It was like, yes, just bleh. Now, when I got done with my surgery, they're like, you might want to put a towel on your pillow just because if you drool in your sleep, it'll have blood in it. And I'm like, fuck. And I did. I fell asleep and I had blood in my corner of my mouth. And I was like, ugh. But go ahead.
Would your wife be pissed if you kissed her and then she got blood in her mouth?
I mean, yeah, but
that would suck, dude.
I heard
it's like having a romantic moment and stuff.
I couldn't. Well, see, they used like those like retractors and shit to like hold my gums, like because they cut your gums, peel them back, and file down the bone. You know the drill they use when you have a cavity. Yeah, they use that along my gums and filed my fucking gums down. And
filed you away.
Yeah, like, and it's on the one side of my mouth. So like when my tongue moves around, my left side feels normal, right side feels like there's a big hole there. Oh, look, here's some teeth. And they're like, they said your teeth are going to feel longer. I'm like, yeah, because there's less gums, but it also feels like there's roots sticking out. Like it's about ready to fall out is what I feel like. They're stable, they're not falling out, but oh my God, I'm like, okay, don't do that again.
Yeah.
So like
it seems like dentistry especially, but also in general with like a lot of medical shit, it's like it still seems like we're at a phase where it's all still like kind of like subtractive, where it's like you got to take away from the person to make them better instead of being able to add. It's like, oh, something wrong with your leg, oh, we're gonna have to cut that off. It's like,
right,
we can only remove the body. I mean, like, it's 2018. We can't grow that shit or something yet,
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, oh, that's infected. It's got to go. Throw it away. Flush it down the toilet. Hope it didn't touch the other ones. It's like when you're going to the fridge and you got spoiled food. Oh man. But and it was funny though, because like they had me hooked up to the heart monitor and they're trying to get my blood pressure, and they couldn't. They had to do it the old school way, and then they brought in another machine. Oh, because they're like, "Are you sure you're alive?" I'm like, "I think so." Because they tried 2 different cuffs. The nurse tried it. The doctor came in. He tried it, and then you got to eat before you do it, because they're like, "Yeah, we don't want you to pass out." I'm like, "Thanks for saying that." You just say that I need to eat and have proper nutrition. You don't got to say that I'm gonna pass the fuck out. So I drink a little bit of Sprite, but I got I only ordered a small. Since McDonald's the same price, they just gave me a large, and I didn't drink it all. I threw it away. My dad's like, "Why you throw your cup away?" I'm like, "I don't want to be in the middle of it and have to piss." Guess what happened? Go ahead, guess. Halfway through, they're like, "You doing?" Because they check on you. You doing okay? Because it's if you didn't know what the hell was going on, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" I had I had oxygen on my nose, and with the pulse ox monitor, I was still forgetting to breathe because I'm like, "You're laying on your back with your head tilted back," and they didn't put me out. I thought they were going to put me out. I told them, "Look, I don't want to be awake. I want to be sedated." Did they do any of that? No. They just numbed me up like they were doing a cavity.
Numbing up Jones.
They gave me a bunch of injections, and that made the bottom of my nose feel numb. So great, now I can't really breathe either. I feel like I'm being waterboarded. And they're fucking, like I said, they're prying my gums and my lip open. So when I got done, I couldn't even open my mouth. I had to go like this to see the top of my teeth.
How was that? Mm-mm.
And well, like they were at it so long, like they would go over different parts of my mouth, and I'd be like, "Oh," they're like, "Oh, does that still hurt?" And they get some more shit and give me another shot, because some of it, like I was like, "No, I felt that," and they're like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Gotta use the restroom." "Oh yeah, that'll help your blood pressure." I'm like, "Yeah, disconnect me, please." So they just stuffed gauze in my mouth and had me trot down to the John with an open, like they didn't suture me up at that point. They had just cut in and were, stuffed gauze in it, walked in there, pissed. They're like, "Don't look at it when you're in the mirror." I'm like, "I don't want to."
You think you'd be able to go if they just like told you to put a tube under your shirt or whatever? You'd be like, "Just go, dude."
Nah. No, it was to a point though where I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna, I can, and nope." It was all I could think about. And I was like, "Fuck, I gotta go." And it made me feel better, but I was like, "Oh." And then, like, I did all that. I got home, and they're like, "Don't talk, because talking will aggravate it." I'm like, "Fuck yes, it will." Okay. And I told my dad on the way there, I'm like, "I'm not going to be able to talk on the way back because I'm going to hurt. So I apologize now for not being chatty," because he's like me. We never shut up. And he dropped me off, and he called me a couple hours later. "Hey, how you doing?" "Fucking hurt." "Well, you didn't take any pills yet?" "I haven't ate anything." Because they gave me Tylenol with codeine, but you can't take that on an empty stomach. I didn't fucking eat anything. I was just laying in bed. I didn't have anything because my dumbass didn't prepare. "Hey, you won't be able to chew, numbnuts." Like my wife texted me, "Hey, do you have anything to eat?" And I go, "Well, I was just going to eat ice cream." She goes, "Does it have chunks?" I go, "Fuck." Didn't think of that. So she went on. She bought me a bunch of pudding and shit. And mashed potatoes.
So like an old person, huh?
Yeah. Oh my god. It's not fun. And then like I can chew on my left side. I don't every now and then I accidentally chew something with my right side, but really it's not ready yet. Especially with that sensitivity. First thing I was like, okay, I got the stitches out and everything. I'm like, I can eat kind of normal food. I really want cereal. I haven't had it, which is stupid because it's technically crunchy, but mine, I put so much milk in it, it wasn't. But I get to that bottom of the bowl and I go to drink that milk and my mouth goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Frank was super serial about getting some cereal.
Oh, that's my shit. My cereal bowl, I'm not kidding, is like half the size of my head deep. So I could wear it as a hat. Anyway.
Well, what have you been eating lately then besides just the soft stuff, or have you, like, I'm guessing you didn't get any Taco Bell tonight, huh?
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I didn't get any crunchy shit. I got a burrito, like quesadilla. The hardest thing is I'm so used to biting stuff head on. I don't bite because gave some of it to my wife. She's like, "You're not hungry?" I go, "Well, I can't really bite it." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna bite towards the right, which means the right side of my fucking mouth. It's counterintuitive for me to bite from the left. I can't really do it. It's like trying to write with your left hand. My right hand is holding it and I'm biting it from the left, if I bite it head on, the entire right half is going, "What the fuck are we doing?" And my left half is going, "Oh, we got this." So where it meets in the middle doesn't work.
You're a righty biter.
Yeah. Well, you normally when you bite a burrito, you'd hold it and you take a bite out of it and then you chew it. Well, you take that first bite, I have to do it from the left corner. And it's like I try to get a drink from a drinking fountain today. First, to get it to not go into the right side of my mouth first, because the spigot is on the right side. So I try to hold my mouth at an angle, and it goes to the bottom, and it shoots up to the top anyway, and it's super cold. 2 little sips, and I go, I'm done. I don't need it that bad.
Unless if you like that, if you get like Chipotle, because it's like, then that's just like in your whole mouth,
Well, they're also they're like a no straws, which makes sense because my gums are swollen. I don't want to accidentally stick it with a fucking straw.
Yeah.
So, like, I had a cup like this, my Yeti cup. I went and I got a milkshake and I dumped it in here and I drank it out of here. I got a coffee, like I get a Tim Hortons. I don't get an actual coffee. I get a frozen frappuccino, wussy, fagalicious, sprinkly whipped cream. I don't care. Icy drink, and those are so thick. After it sits, I gotta go shake, get it to move to where I can take a sip because I turned it upside down like a goddamn DQ Blizzard, and the shit stayed put. And I'm like, I don't want this to fall towards me and smack me in the face. So,
by the way, I think that's a good segue.
I don't give a fuck.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian. What you drinking on?
Well, my teeth are probably going to be feeling like the way you were mentioning earlier because they started finally having these Red Mountain Dew bottles at the store, so I got these, and then I got a CP. Crystal Pepsi. Is
that old reserve that you already had, or did you find that in the store?
No, I told you before they have these in a giant bin at Mark's now.
Huh.
Yeah,
I haven't seen them anywhere.
I've been tempted to ask Nate if he wants to go up together one day and just get like a whole bunch of them, and then we can maybe try to save them and sell them or something.
I got like 3 or 4 in my fridge, and my wife's like, "When are you going to drink those?" I go, "Well, I was saving them." You're not going to drink those. Yeah, you're right, honey. I'm not going to drink them. And I got one on a shelf here next to my Nuka-Cola bottles, which are fake. Don't break in my house to steal a fake soda bottle.
Right.
So that's what you're drinking on?
Yeah, and some water. I do got to do some water too. Usually when I drink a drink, I try to do it because otherwise then, my teeth just get too salty. And I did have dental work on them a while ago where I had to have some fillings in there. And, the dentist lady said, because I told her, hey, I can't be living without these drinks here, and she said, well, the best thing to do would be like, if you're going to drink that stuff, you should try to drink some water too, to at least you know, like wash it away a little bit, you know.
Well, another thing I always hear for your your acidic drinks, orange juice and stuff, they're like, don't let it just sit in your mouth, just drink it.
Yeah.
And that's
well,
why
that's
I
the
try
problem
to
is
do.
I'm drinking on it all day, babying it, you know.
Well, like I'm drinking on some high quality H2O, some tap
toilet
water. Yeah, water like from the toilet. Well, see, the doctor, this dude is like how we are with PC shit. He is with teeth. I just was like, I asked him something, and he totally shut off this whole. See, it's like this because this, and then this happens. Okay, I don't give a shit about the science, doc. That's why you're the fucking periodontist, and I'm just some schmuck with bad teeth that's in here for you to fix his old raggedy mouth. But
well, one thing I wanted to ask was, I wonder if you would know if they like about some of those newer toothpaste that claim to help rebuild enamel or something. Because I always thought that shit was gone when it's gone, you know.
Yeah, they'll tell you the answer. Not Pro Health, by the way, don't use it. That Pro Health by Crest. I used to get free samples on it from work, so I never bought toothpaste until I read somewhere the little beads in it, the little blue beads, are pieces of plastic. I read on Reddit, this guy went, there's multiple articles on it. The guy went to his dentist, and they said, oh, you use Pro Health toothpaste, don't you? I said, how can you tell? And he's like, this little piece of plastic is one of the beads that got stuck in your teeth. Stop using it. And, so my dentist, he gave me a care package for, like, my aftercare, and he gave me this sheet with only 4 instructions on post-surgery brushing. Each one bullet point is a fucking paragraph about, like, you know, like sugars and stuff. I'm supposed to avoid them, at least while I'm still getting the pores on my teeth filled in by the minerals in your saliva and stuff, to where it can handle cold beverages. If you keep drinking something with sugar in it, even if it's like fruit sugar, just a couple sips over a half-hour period can affect your teeth all day. So I had a can of Mountain Dew after dinner, but then I had water, and I brushed my teeth. And with those, you're supposed to leave it on your teeth, let it soak in. It's not going to happen overnight. And I don't want to fuck this up because I spent all this time and money trying to fix my damn teeth. So,
well, what did the doctor tell you to use for toothpaste?
He gave me some kind of Crest. What is it? Sensitive Crest. I don't know what the hell it's called. I didn't even know they made it until he gave it to me.
Yeah, I use some expensive shit called Pro Enamel.
Yeah, I have one that's just, there's Sensodyne, and then I also use this other one to just try to make the gums stop bleeding before I had the surgery. So, but anyway, enough of this damn shit. You know what time it is? It's tooth hurty. Let's get on to some battle stations.
Yeah, you said a mouthful, Frank.
I'm trying to stop thinking about this shit. Take my mind off of it.
You said a mouthful, Frank.
I'm not gonna give it to you. Nope, you don't deserve that. And play the damn theme song.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations. Station.
All right, let me screen share now because I have it pulled up.
I just, after all this talk, I just think of that one episode of Fresh Prince when it was with William Shatner, where they like all got high because the like the laughing gas was like leaking.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this my theme here for this is because I saw a lot of them on the battle stations for some reason. I was going for like a basic one monitor setup, With like pretty good
Basic-
tower, I guess.
Basic bitches.
Yeah, basic bitches.
Why is it like last week when we weren't on for shits and giggles? I creep on battle stations on my phone because I'm a computer nerd. I admit it, and like whenever I go to do the show and I try to find a theme. Nerd. Yeah, I try to try to find stuff. I can never find anything, but when I am not looking for it, all these cool ones show up. Why is that?
I don't know, man.
Oh, by the way, in the email, I included a drop this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, click on it.
Oh, okay. I'm not in the email. I'm about to be. Okay, let's see. I don't. Oh, here's the attachment.
No, most of you are just here for, well, hardware porn. And that's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I don't know where the hell we can use that, but it's relevant to our interests. So this first setup you have here, I like the mouse. He's got a Corsair mouse. I actually considered this one because it's similar to mine in that they got these macro buttons on the side. But when I tested the display model at the store, like some people would probably like it. I didn't really like that it's so customizable. You can move the position of the macro buttons. They're on a slider. You can move them to a different location where it's more comfortable for you. I was afraid in the heat of a game, I'll move the whole thing and fuck up and rage quit hard.
Right.
I also think it's funny
about all these setups is that they all kind of have shitty speakers.
Yeah, those little Logitech there. I mean,
they're all similar to that. And
like the monitor is kind of that bezel dough.
Yeah, I went for a little bit toned back, a little bit more average. Like I guess these could definitely be like the top tier of the average stations. But I mean, they seemed like they were pretty clean, and like if there's anything we could help them out with, suggest. I mean,
right. I mean, it's hey, they got that all white thing going on there. The speakers aren't white though, so that doesn't match. But whatever. I mean, you gotta. I don't know. Die.
Does he have any closer pics of the tower?
Nah.
Nah. I just had to.
Nah. You just zoom enhance. That's what you get.
Yep.
It's got and his keyboard looks like Christmas.
It does.
It looks like he's rocking a Strix graphics card without pulling into the info yet.
By the way, did you lurk back on more RGB profiles lately?
Nah.
No.
No, why?
Oh, I was just curious. I'm sure you got that shit bookmarked though, huh?
Well, like all you really got to do is look it up on YouTube, and the guys have links to where you can download them. Because you gotta see a video of it in action.
Yeah, or you just go to Reddit and search for the subreddit.
Right. I mean, I'm subscribed to the subreddit, so
yeah.
Let me hold on. Can you see my screen here? Watch. Let me click on my subreddits. Wait for it to load here.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
No. I have a lot of shit I can check out. So yeah, this one, is your basic bitch. This would be a white girl in yoga pants drinking a pumpkin spice latte. No worries, no worries. It's all right.
Sugar
You know,
and spice.
it meets the requirements. Let's see what your next setup is. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. All right. All right. Yes. Okay. Yes.
There's a lot to talk about with this one, huh?
Okay. You started off. Tell me what you're feeling.
I'm feeling the color.
Uh-huh.
Those RGBs.
Taste the rainbow.
Yep.
Now, like, man, this dude likes the color, like the. Well, okay, here I go, assuming they're gender. The wallpaper is colored. The lighting behind the monitor is color. Fucking, like, do they even have? They have RGB cable combs on their cables. There, you see that?
Yeah. Assuming gender, why do they have to have a gender, man? They could be non-binary, man.
I'm not even gonna get into that, but man, they got. Wow, now that looks like a RGB mouse pad that you can't even see because the damn chair is in the way. Only thing they kind of fucked up, that cable management dough.
What, in the case?
Yeah. The power supply looks like it has flat cables, but look at Mom's spaghetti down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. I don't know if they have fans at the bottom or if that's just a rat's nest of cables.
Well, are you still going to get a window case? Because I'm sorry, man, but I could only picture how pissed you'll be getting from all the SATA plugs you'll be breaking trying to cable manage yours.
Oh, no. I only break them when I try to unplug them. And that's because I was trying to get it done in a hurry. I really ought to buy them in, like, bulk.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, other than, like, if you go just from the, the graphics card up, it's all right. But, man, he's shining LEDs on that pile of Mom's spaghetti.
He needed a basement.
Yeah, you need a power supply, cover or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they got those goofy speakers, and he's got 2 RGB remotes, so something else has to be remote control. I don't know what.
Well, I would say if you're going to make everything that RGB, why not have an RGB strip in there?
Hold on. I want to love this setup, but I always forget how to spell spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. Gotta make sure I'm spelling it right.
Skettios. Just spell it sketty.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Just sketty. Piscattios.
From Chef Boyardee. Boyardee. Yeah.
Do you eat anything, Chef Boyardee?
Haven't in like a while. I mean, they put really good flavoring in that ketchup in a can. It's ketchup, salt, and like some stars and shit, isn't it? Some O's.
Yeah.
Is that Cheerios?
Right. Now, the only thing I like is a giant ravioli. That's okay in a can, I guess. Usually I'll put like cheese and stuff on it.
Okay. So I'll give it a thumbs up, but I'm still not gonna.
You won't like it. You're gonna like it, but you won't like it while liking it.
Yeah, I threw some shade on it. Now your third station Oh boy. Oh
I had to
boy.
do this one because like I was going back and forth with the other ones, but the case I was like, I gotta do this one.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So much going on here. Enhance. No. Scroll to the right.
Like going on with that wallpaper though. The busy wallpaper. I would even see any of the icons or read them.
I mean, you don't. Maybe they're hoping that no one else can.
Right.
Anti. I have to say I'm spoiled after having a TV for a monitor. I'm like, oh yeah, that system of clicking around to adjust shit. Fuck that. Remote all the way. Even I'm also been spoiled like LG, that little joystick on the bottom. That made me go, oh yeah, those like 4 knobs at the bottom of a regular monitor that always mean something different. You never hit the right ones. I hated that. I thought that joystick was the way to go. No, a fucking actual TV turns out is the best fucking thing. So this guy,
I wonder if they'll do 4K wide, ultra wide. I think they did a 1440 ultra wide or whatever though.
Yeah, I mean, they can. It's just 4K really is when you go ultra wide, it doesn't really line up. Because remember the resolution, it has to mathematically that's 4K is what 2160 and 3680.
Yeah, it's something pretty close to 4000.
Anyway, trying to tell what kind of cars these are here. From this angle, I can't quite tell. He's running SLI, it looks like. Because remember, kids, he still has to use a bridge, and in modern series AMD cards, you don't have to use a bridge; they just run off the PCI slot.
Yeah, and he has a bridge on that one.
Right. He has the Trident Z RAM, which is RGB. He has your Infinity pump. I think that's a Lian Li case. Oh no, it says Thermaltake. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Thermaltake. I didn't realize they made one of these.
Well, the nice thing is they do have it does come with an AM4 bracket, so that's nice. I don't know if they come with a Threadripper bracket though.
Threadripper. What? Oh, the cooler?
Yeah.
They got this. Is this a controller for their computer games? To play it arcade shit?
Yeah, I guess.
Ian's like, shit, man. I don't know, man. I just liked it, man.
I just liked it, dude. And I'm not gonna. I want to save the retro talk for later because I have an article. So, shut up, Ted. Shut up, Ted.
Someone said your setup looks fucking amazing. I'm gonna try to replicate this look. Nice job. It says if you're going to go this overkill, my suggestion would be to skip SLI altogether and go single card. If I were to start from scratch today, I would just get a single Titan XP or 2080 Ti. But wait for those benchmarks first. Okay, he's got his specs listed here, so that's good. Mouse, fight stick, Razer. Oh, so it is a Razer. Okay, I thought I saw the Razer emblem, but Razer Panther Street Fighter 5.
Razer War.
$200 on Google Express and Newegg.
Alibaba Express, what?
Yeah. If you really gotta have that look, they even put little PlayStation buttons on it.
Butt's hurting already, and we're only in the battle station.
You said your butt's hurting?
Yeah, from this chair.
Oh, you're gonna have to get a cushion like me, dog.
Yeah, how much was that shit?
I don't remember. Worth it? No. Worth.
It's not worth it.
Purple.
Need
cushion.
more cushion for the pushing.
$80.
$80.
Yeah.
It's almost as much as the chair cost. This was like 120 or something.
Well, I got mine at like Bed Bath & Beyond. See. But like, I was totally like, you go in there, and when you find them, they have them in they have just like folding chairs with these and those like ones you always see old ladies have that like just have like furry covers on them and stuff. And literally, you just can sit in the chair and see how you like it. And this one, I think I was like, okay, I think I'm digging this one. I didn't even realize that it came with a cover. So,
I wonder if that'd make a good hemorrhoid cushion.
No, hemorrhoid cushion has a O in the middle. Yeah, like that. You know what for? For your bunghole.
Yeah, for your bunghole. So that's not actually sitting on anything.
Yeah. You don't want it to be flat against anything. They make ones if your tailbone's what's bothering you, they'll have a cutout in the back for your tailbone. I always thought it was a cutout for the front, so your legs have an individual thing, but no, it's so your tailbone doesn't poke up against something. Oh.
I wonder if they make chairs. I always thought it'd be crazy if they made like chairs or like wheelchairs with a hole cut out at the bottom, so you could like if you're out camping, you could just like shit and then go.
Yeah. Well, like they have like toilet seats on wheels like that for like people that need walkers and stuff.
That would be, dude. That would be so crazy, man. That'd be almost cool. It's like you shit and then you just keep going, Yeah.
So yeah, this guy has two 1080 Ti. Someone's like, "That's 11 gig total. Why do you need that?" And he's like, "This is my first build. I went all out."
Went all out. All out.
Because he had a 4K TV before he got a monitor, and he wanted to get 60 frames a second. Now he's got a 144 hertz monitor that come in handy a lot of games, but perform worse in some games compared to single card.
Well,
yeah, I'm waiting for them them benchmarks on the 2080 Ti's. I'm probably at least gonna get. I'm probably either gonna get a 2080 or hold out for Navi because So.
Mark will shut up, Ted.
Shut up, Ted. So. I think if I had to go,
they're supposed to come out next week.
Yeah, the 20th, is it?
I think so.
So this one here, I'd say is number 1, number 2, number 3. That is my final answer. Lock into my vote, like I'm Big Brother and shit.
I need to get that drop, Frank. Right now.
I would, but I can't stand watching any episode of Big Brother. Oh, Big Brother. My wife watches that, and I can't. It's always like a bunch of retards talking, and then they like think. See, I'm like smarter than everybody else. Like I'm actually like, I'm a therapist, but I'm not going to tell them my actual profession. I'm going to make them think I'm a lifeguard. Shut up. They know you're stupid. They don't need to see what the hell you do. Okay, what is your order, sir?
Yeah. Oh, this is where I think we should get that for the battle stations. Oh, that'd be funny. But yeah, I would go with the same. Yeah, the lockdown. My lockdown would be the same.
Okay, because the only thing I like the other RGB station, dog, but I can't deal with that mom spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, why did you like this one the least, though? That one is pretty clean.
It's got the least amount of shit, though. It's just a white desk. It's just
plain Jane, yeah.
It's so vanilla, dude. It could be a fucking scoop of vanilla ice cream. It's just one step away from being a white folding table.
Yeah, the second one got the RGBs for my second. That's why I chose it. But definitely the case on the first one got me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same for you, or was there other things that you like? Because I mean, it's not really a great monitor either, was it?
Whoa. Sorry, I had a window open up with noise, and I couldn't figure out where the hell Okay. What were you saying?
Oh, so was the tower what grabbed you too? Because that's not like really a great monitor or anything. I don't think.
I mean, this is an Asus G-Sync ROG 144 hertz. I'm sure it looks great, but it's not big enough.
Right.
I mean, this is a cool monitor. Still not big enough. Seriously? Like I'd rather have one ultra wide again than any of these monitors. And I know, oh, you don't play on the whatever, so you nah. So
what's this shout? What's the internet say though?
Well,
and
so my pick has 528. This dude has 57. And apparently this dude has 4,195. So they like plain Jane most.
I don't know what you're smoking, but
so
I'm still saying ours one.
They say 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Melland 95. You must have been fucking a judge or something, because Mr. Jim Davis, is he the Jim Davis that draws Garfield?
Sure. Mr. Garfield, you got the win.
Right. All right.
Now, what's your theme?
Well, hold on. I need my theme song. Mine's shorter. I need a longer theme song.
Well, get on that then.
Oh, you shut up.
You won't.
You can't tell me what to do. My theme is I scrolled till I found something and I said, I like these. I'll use these. Hold on.
Is that
Go ahead.
Nothing. He's got some large monitors.
Yeah, I mean, it's not one big one.
No, I mean the speakers.
Oh, yeah, those are can you tell what kind those are?
No, I'm not. I'm not a Frank-file.
Well, with the yellow woofers, I'm assuming they're KRKs, but I didn't pull it up and read. So hold on a second. Damn it. This whoop. Y'all be on page 57 of Pornhub. Like, no, none of these will do. That's how I was looking for a battle station. I found 2, and it took me like another 20 minutes to find the fucking third one. So these are ones I liked. So these are the ones you get. I don't know what they had in common. I didn't have a theme in my mind. I just said, yeah, I like this one. I like this one too. There's 3, and then I was done. I went through so many. Just got a battle station. Hope y'all like it. And I reported. I'm sorry. I might as well be a mod on battle stations. I report everybody that does a laptop that goes, check out my station. It's a fucking laptop. Boom. Here's number 2. And I'm just doing this so I have them all open because Ian's not even looking. He's on his phone.
I'm sorry. I'm I'm texting Doug texted, and he said, "Sorry, bro, no."
Sorry,
By
bro,
the way,
no homo.
Which I do want to say, we hope you get better, Doug.
Oh. Yeah. Cat
I
scratch
guess
people. Now. Dun, dun, dun.
you're terrible, Frank. You're a terrible human being.
That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
No, I
Now
guess you got a scratch. I was asking. Frank doesn't know either, but I wonder if he got it from one of his own cats or like a, like a wild cat, just like jumping out of an alley or something.
Well, I mean, it's not like that means that the animal was sick. Like you get an infection because their claws go deep. Like you can get bit by a
Cutting
dog.
deep.
Like my father-in-law got bit by a dog, and he got put in the hospital. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and that was their own dog. It's all about just keeping the shit clean and being careful. I felt so bad. A coworker of mine, I warned him because his dog had bit him. And I said, be careful. That shit can get infected and turn bad real quick. Well, his brother got a really bad swollen arm, and he was freaked out. So he said, we got to go to the doctor. So he took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, no, that doesn't look like a dog bite. However, that does look like gout. And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give your brother gout. By the way, is that a Klingon Batlach in the background there?
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure it's a weapon I've seen in some Star Wars or Star Trek thing, but for the life of me, I'm drawing a blank here. So.
Well, all I know is live long and prosper to Doug. Because you need to get swole.
He might be swole. That's why he's at the doctor.
Oh no, I said he got swollen instead of swole.
Oh, see, and I posted this, and technically he broke the rules because he said, this is my cousin's battle station. You want me to post it here?
Oh, is that a break of the rules? You can't post for somebody else?
One of the rules is must be your battle station. Well, so many people post a station of just someone that they found on Google.
Oh. Yeah, he said, Doug said, yeah, I'm doing better, just resting up. But what was the post, though? He's literally said, almost died yesterday, no joke.
Yeah, he's like, well, first he said, hospital gains, hashtag. And then he said, hashtag, I almost died this weekend. For real. Praise the Lord or some shit. But anyway, get well soon. So this is that RGB life here, and then the second one, Ian.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the fuck that white thing is under the monitor.
Is it a sound bar?
See, why would it be white though? Let's see. Hold on. Case monitor.
That's what she said.
Well. Oh, he's got a 1950X. There you go. What case is he running here? I didn't even notice. Thermal take, okay. 1080 Ti Zotac.
Zotac.
Do you see it? It's barely lit up there.
Yeah.
That's a big ass case. Yeah, even though I have it blown up, I still can't tell what I guess that's to cover up that cable. If I had to guess. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask.
What kind of place is he in? Is that like a
sauna in here? Looks like when you go in the Apple store.
Yeah.
They make sure no one.
He's not in like a cabin or something. Is he in the woods? Cabin in the woods.
Oh, what did someone say? Oh, and he has a shitty chiclet keyboard. Ugh, okay. The white. What's the white thing under the monitor? A cable cover? Tape. So, yeah. I just, only thing about this that I don't care for other than the rat's nest of wires right here, if you can see them under the right monitor here, just shine a little light on it. Because literally when they do RGB, you're shining a light on fucking wires. Clean them up. Yeah, it's just a bunch of mama spaghetti there. But other than that, what I don't care for is that now the monitor looks crooked.
Yeah.
And I can't unsee it.
Oh, Frank's jealous of that chiclet keyboard.
No, I don't know. It's not even chiclet. I don't think it's like one of those flat key. I don't know. Like, hold on. It's a Logitech, but look at it. It's like, ugh.
And what Frank really wants is one of those really flat, roll out, limp rubber keyboards.
Roll out.
It's like a limp dick. Those keyboards.
Nah. No, what I really want.
ones.
What I really want is this setup.
Now we're talking.
Here, hold on. It's only one picture in the main post, but in the comments.
Stay.
What?
I had my zoom enhance queued up.
So when the
second time for good measure.
Yeah. Okay, we done? You're done, right? Okay. All right. So when the blow up for the comments, you can see this guy is this person has got full weeb going here.
Blow job it up.
Okay, see they got the so much shit going on here. These little figurines, these little plastic stand-ins, these little dingly dealies they got off of Etsy. I want to say that's a giant mechanical keyboard switch.
What would your dad call those? Would he be like, those are fucking dolls?
Probably. I don't know. 77-year-old man, he doesn't think about stuff like that. Here's their case, by the way. That's on the side at the front of their case.
What's the most nerdiest thing that your dad is into? Just like the car stuff?
Nerdy? I mean, he has a computer. He's on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Now, the other thing I like about this is this one's also got a... I'm thinking about leaning towards a Strix card. I know they're huge, but they're cool. Now they have
like the temperatures, or they just look cool?
They look cool. God, it made me uncoolify it by saying it. Now, like, they got an ambient light in their case here, showing off their little dolls.
Are you still going with the display?
That's an afterthought. I'm more or less wanting to get a build. Like, they got these lac shelves. Look at the shelves just for their little figurines on them.
Yeah.
Each one of those shelves is like $50 by itself before you put all that shit on top of them.
Are those displays like you can put them on your case, or
what?
I'm talking about the window display. Like the screen, window screen.
Oh,
because you were talking about getting that.
Well, like you put it on the inside and sandwich it between the glass, because you don't want to accidentally stick your finger in it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this giant banner they got here to the right.
Giant Bruce banner.
Yeah. And like they don't give a shit. Like the picture they show, the TV's not even on, I don't think. Their background is just black. Like, I think that's Discord there in the middle screen, and
those backgrounds matter too.
I mean, it's wow. I'm feeling it, dog. Let me look at them specs. Did they say the specs? Do your figures melt in the case? Actually, perfectly fine. Get dusty in the PC, but that's expected.
Dude, if that were the case, then all your SATA shit would melt.
Guy says the one holding my GPU up never gets hot, and the one sitting on the GPU just gets warm to the touch, even when I'm editing/gaming. Even during peak heat in California with my PC running, there weren't any warping or parts limping, so I wouldn't be too spooked by it.
Yeah. No, like your SATA cables have all the plastic tabs on them. There's plastic on your motherboard.
Guy says, I like the desk, but which is it? And he says, I have absolutely no clue, to be honest. Passed by a warehouse that was closing it down. I had a ton of office stuff on the street with a free sign over it. A couple bucks later, and I'm half step from face planting, trying to carry this desk up 3 flights of stairs. No branding whatsoever on the box. They probably bought in bulk or something. Wow.
I'm calling BS. It never happened.
I mean, it's... Whoop. I clicked the biggest one. It's going to take a second to load. Shit. I mean, I've gotten shit for free that, I wouldn't tell everybody about. Notice they don't have any lights on the underside of their desk where all these cables are mom's spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's all about how you're presenting.
That's smart. Yeah, it's all about presentation.
But see, Battlestations low-key hates weebs, so their score will go down accordingly now. Not to me. So you got this guy here, this guy, and this guy. I say my order is 3, 2, 1. So this is my top. That's my second. And that's my bottom, bitch.
I'm going a little bit differently. I'm going 3, 1, 2.
So this is your number 1?
Yeah.
This is your number 2?
Yeah.
And that's your number 3?
Yeah. The crooked got me on that one.
I could turn that monitor. Like, I don't even know the specs. I don't know the specs of the other one. This one, he's got the the same motherboard I want. He's got the GPU or the CPU I want. GPU, I might want a slightly different model, but shit. They spent $4,000 on this mother.
Well, if I'm going based upon overall looks, I would still say the first one goes second.
Well, Battlestations says that this one has the most upvotes, 297. This one has 92. And then my number 1 apparently comes in second. So they say this one's 1, this one's 2, this one's 3.
Yeah.
I say they wrong, bitch.
Yeah, we both said they were wrong, so you're wrong again. What are you smoking today?
So
internet.
So and see,
I mean, we get it, you vape, but what else are you doing?
Now their username is Megan Etchy, which is kind of funny because etchy is basically a dirty form of art. Not quite hentai. So this one very well could be a girl.
Is that like the nip slip hentai anime or something?
No, it's hold on, let me definition.
A little underwear under the dress peak or something.
Outside of Japan, it's easier to understand etchy as softcore, non-sexual and erotic. Oh, here we go. Wikipedia. Whoa, Jesus. Okay. I can have the sound of like nuclear winter.
Yeah.
Okay. Is often used slang term Japanese language for playfully sexual actions. As an adjective, it is used for the meaning of sexy, dirty, or naughty. As a verb, it means to have sex, or as a noun to describe someone of this that's vicious behavior.
That is nice.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So I like this one, and then this one, and then this one's alright. So
These ones, big ones.
Biggins. All right, let's get into some news, sir. My butt's starting to hurt now.
Why is your butt hurting, Frank?
My butt hurt. The news with you fucking get the point. Okay, copying the link, pasting the link. Save the internet.
Yep.
Okay, explain, Ian.
Well, this takes you to the Save the Internet page, but if you scroll down a little bit, they give you a little bit of an explanation about it. But basically, Article 13 is like a EU thing that they passed about like linking and like having parts of the article, because how if there's a link or whatever, it'll show part of the like a news article or content or whatever.
What?
Oh yeah, I'll read it. On July 5th, 2018, the plenary session of the European Parliament voted on the reform of copyright in the digital internet market. These two articles, as proposed, would have paved the way for comprehensive censorship of the internet. For this reason, we have created a fortunately very successful petition, which, thanks to the personal invitation of MEP Julia Rita, we were able to present to MEPs immediately before the vote, together with at the time 736,000 signatures. The uniting efforts of our members and an enormous number of signatures enabled us to make members aware of the considerable risk of this reform and thus prevent it from being adopted in January. Okay, the dictatorship of error-prone algorithms, error filters on sites like YouTube, Facebook, and co will also have one thing in common: they never act as exactly as a human could. As a result, content is often also removed that violates copyright but is protected by citation law. The vulnerability can be used as an excuse to filter out content that does not correspond to one's own values and ideas. So basically, it's like linking to like copyrighted content where part of the content is in like the link, because how like if you ever get like a link to a YouTube thing or whatever, it'll show like a preview of the video and like a part of the description of the video.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess they're saying that was violating copyright law. That's they had like a really bad one, and then they had to go and redo it, and then I guess this is going to be passed, and people are just like wondering like how it's going to affect that like the whole world, because it's like if YouTube has to filter out stuff, like I mean they're saying even like if our links to like news articles and stuff could be, like violate that, then, like that they would take our shit out then, I guess. So like, since we're not in the EU, like nobody knows what's going to happen. Let's see if there's
nice.
I wonder if there's a Wikipedia on this.
So basically, they're passing unenforceable laws.
Right there. Trying to. Let me see. Okay, the Directive on Copyright in the Digital Single Market, also known as the EU Copyright Directive, is a proposed European Union directive intended to harmonize aspects of the European Union copyright law and move towards a digital single market. First introduced in the European Parliament Committee on Legal Affairs on 20th of June 2018, the directive currently has been approved by the European Parliament on the 12th of September 2018 and will enter formal trilogue discussions that are expected to conclude in 2019 January. If formalized, each of the EU members countries would then be required to enact laws to support the directive. The European Council described that their key goals is protecting press publications, reducing value gap between the profits made by internet platforms and content creators, encouraging collaboration between those two groups, and creating copyright exceptions and text and data mining. Directive specific proposals include giving press publisher direct copyright over use of their publications by internet platforms such as online news aggregators, Article 11, and requiring websites who primarily host content posted by users to take effective and proportional measures to prevent unauthorized postings of copyright content or be liable for their users' actions. Yeah. Yeah, like I could. I could put the wiki thing in here too, but
Wiki.
Put it in the chat for you too, but it's like a whole long thing. It's very complicated. But
Gotcha.
yes. So like, I don't know. I guess because they're saying it's like a lot of like, journalist places they're saying since like part of their work gets put, like gets shown in like a link or whatever. They're saying that that's like a breach of copyright because it's like, some of those like link previews or whatever, or like posts. I guess it's technically like copy and pasted them, and posted somewhere else. Because I guess technically it's against the law to like do the same kind of article about like word for word about a specific event, because it's like journalism is like a creative work in its own, I guess.
Right. That's been a big thing forever. Like news broadcasters have to show a video clip to be able to discuss said video clip because they're discussing it. They're not rebroadcasting it to steal its IP.
Yeah, it's
basically.
like the fair use thing.
Right.
But I don't know if like I guess they're saying it's not really fair use, but I mean this is the European Union, so like it's probably going to affect the whole world. So
right, they're more strict on their shit than others, basically.
Well, like their privacy thing that affected everybody's thing. You know, like your email was like floated by all your things that you're subscribed to with their privacy policy.
Or if you go to a new page, hey, we changed our privacy settings recently.
Yeah. So, it's probably going to affect everybody. It's just like how, you know, like.
Yeah, when net neutrality was repealed and everyone's like, I don't live in the U.S., why does this bother affect me? It fucking will.
Yeah.
But same thing if this happens in the UK and EU, and then it'll happen here. But anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Vimeo is changing the company's main focus from media to tech. What? The 14-year-old, damn, it's that old. Vimeo is pivoting from being a streaming platform to tech company, according to an interview with the company's new CEO, Anjali Sud. The ramifications of this business shift are significant to the independent animation community, which relies heavily on Vimeo as a place to host high-quality versions of its short films and to gain exposure for their works. Though the platform's significance has waned in the recent years, Vimeo is still well-liked for its strong feeling of community and cultural sensibility. Curatorial, I don't know how you pronounce that word, sensibilities. As the company evolves its overall business plan, it will have to balance its existing video platform, which it says will remain unchanged, with the new service that is adding. Updated Vimeo spokesperson reached out to Cartoon Brew, of course, is where you got this article, to say that the company is in no way changing our core offering of hosting and embedding tools. We're doubling down on these types of tools for creators, and Vimeo stock is another product and service of that. It's one product feature as part of a larger creator-focused software platform strategy, which we've been doing for over a year now. So a lot of people are like, they're going to take away our tools? And they're like, nah, dog.
Right.
I mean, you kind of, if you're doing an indie cartoon, that's really the, where's the other place? Newgrounds, I guess? Are they even still around?
I mean, like Ben was saying, you really can't survive on YouTube doing animation and stuff, you know, because, you know, everybody posts every day with that shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Let's Plays and all that stuff. It's all about length on YouTube, not quantity, not quality, I guess.
Right.
But, oh yeah, one thing else I wanted to mention about the last article, that the reason I posted that the petition thing too is they were saying that there's still a chance for, you know, like people to call and petition like the parliament heads or whatever to, you know, just like out here everybody was encouraged to call all of our congressmen about the net neutrality thing, you know.
I called my congressman and he said, quote, I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote. Sometimes I wonder what I'm going to do. Ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Yeah, I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he had one of the women that did the vote in the FCC. There was like 5 people, and it was like a 3-2 vote, and they were just talking about
the one that said we're voting to end net neutrality. Please stop us.
Yeah, she was saying that it's crazy what they're doing in that FCC. You know, she said Ajit Pai is he's a smart guy. He, you know, like, but they definitely don't see eye to eye on it. You know.
No, they don't have to. They have the majority.
Yeah, and they were saying it's just crazy. 3 people affected the lives of 300 million people.
Right.
And mind you, unelected people too.
Yeah, they're appointed.
Yeah. It's just crazy. But it was just an interesting podcast to listen to. I forget what was her name.
Smart FCC lady.
But I encourage you to listen to that podcast. I've been meaning to listen to one of his latest ones, which was he has Elon Musk on. I was like, damn, how'd you get him on, man?
I don't know. They were probably passing due. He said, man, you want to be on a show? All right. I watched Triggered the other night on Netflix.
Oh, really? What's that about?
It's his stand-up.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, copy. Let me go to your next story here. We're just trying to breeze through these here. I really wasn't trying to stay on all damn night. Even my articles. Huh?
You weren't trying to, but...
Shh. AT&T and Verizon wanted to manage your identity across websites and apps. No. Nope, that's all right. I don't trust you with anything, let alone my identity. So
they won't do nothing bad. They promise.
Nah, dog. No, just not just no, but fuck no.
They're using it to use it as right.
And crypto mine. Nah, that's a no for me, dog.
Nah.
That's all we need to know is just nah. Don't even. But NVIDIA RTX 2080 and 2080 Ti, dog. What, we were totally gone for the launch there, weren't we?
Yeah, I guess what there was the what was the thing that they did where they just talked about nothing about the RTX? That was before.
Yeah, when they came out and premiered, they go, so here's what RTX is. You should be excited. These graphics cards are RTX. Please give us money. And that was it. I listened to a good chunk of it going, just give us the fucking price, man. Just give me the fucking price. And like, I was not impressed because they're like, several guys have explained this a lot better than I can do, where they're like, I was alarmed because he said, well, this is a new technology, so there's a new way to rank it. And they're like, no. You can't judge it based on new made up bullshit. That's just your way of saying, well, we made it, so we think it's the greatest. No. Of course it's going to ray trace better than a 1080 Ti. 1080 Ti was not made to ray trace. It'll do a little bit of it. But no. And the thing is, most games don't ray trace, and most RTX approved games don't ray trace. Some of them only use that DSS. And even then, they announced 20 games and only, 11 of them had ray tracing?
Right. But anyway,
this Battlefield, they said that they actually had to downscale it because it messed performance up that bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They couldn't have that much ray tracing in it?
Yeah. Even though it looks nice, they had to cut back to improve performance. And we're like, oh, no. So the main feature of the card is gimped.
We had too many Spider-Man puddles in there. Reflecting.
So what drew your eye to this article, sir?
Well, I guess mainly like the specs thing, but one thing I was going to mention is because we were talking before, I was like, it's going to have the tiering in there, but you're like, no, that was something before or whatever.
What?
But Turing is supposed to be the technology with the ray tracing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but no, they have a spec sheet here, the CUDA cores, the RAM amount, memory speed.
Uh-huh.
But no flops in there. It's only RTX ops.
Yeah, they don't go by teraflops, which is what everyone worries about. I'm sure it, like all my YouTube guys that have given their pre-estimates, they can't give a review because reviews aren't out yet, but they say, well, I'm sure it'll technically be the best card out there. Is it going to be worth what they want for it?
Well, that was the one thing I think. I forget if it was Ulrich or if it was Jay saying that it would be pretty shitty if they were like, with the Titan thing, where if they were pretty much going to be pricing the TI as, like if that's pretty much going to be the Titan.
Right.
But
I think
if
so.
not, then that would be pretty shitty, you know. Because
Well, I mean, they
it's
haven't
really expensive.
like they said before. This is the first time they released the TI at the same time as the regular series. That hasn't happened before. But they're like, well, and people they're already saying, well, see, it is comparable because they're not doing the Titan. This is the new Titan. How do we know? Motherfuckers are going to buy all these TIs and then they're going to drop a Titan on them 3 months later. But see, hold on. I think I had something in here I wanted to throw in for food for thought here. Let me scroll down to my links real quick.
If you go to Jay's channel, I think he finally got his hands on it. So
everyone did. Everyone did an unboxing. Everybody. But
I forget to put them in watch later now.
I liked Gamer Nexus and Jay did just them sitting around bullshitting about it video where they said their own concerns and worries, and they didn't mean it for it to be negative, but it ended up that way.
Yeah, it was an unboxing. He said this box is crazy.
My little article that I had that was related here, winter is coming for GPUs. Because basically this looks more like at stocks, but that's where if they don't have the money, they're not going to make product. And the argument is people aren't buying them to mine anymore. And they already said going in how many 10 series cards are sitting unsold because they ordered too many. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's only going to cool down, and I'm basically the arguments. Several YouTube videos I've seen are arguing that the AIB partners have to buy the chips from NVIDIA pretty much at cost. There's no way they can sell them at the MSRP and make a fucking profit.
Yeah. Well, here, if you scroll down, they have the prices and release date. The RTX 2017 is actually going to be October of 2018, and the Founders is going to be the same, and the 2080 is going to be the September 20th, and the TI.
Now, the Founders editions are overclocked. And
yeah, also another thing to point out is they are going with the dual fan design.
Yeah, instead of the blower style.
Yeah.
Well, everyone assumed the Founders Edition, they always assumed it was overclocked any fucking way. So now go ahead and confuse us and make it overclocked.
Yeah, but vendors can still do the triple fan if they wanted to, right?
Yeah, they said that there's actually a couple of vendors that have done the single blower fan because if you have a small form factor case and pretty much need a blower fan, you're not going to be able to get it from NVIDIA.
Well, the vendors, they got to do something to change it up, right?
Yeah.
So they got to make you think they're doing something different.
They got to make $1 too.
Just slapping a different paint job on it, right?
Right.
Got the what is the colors usually? Like the Zotac is a yellow, Aces is usually like a silver or black or something. Yeah. Then the EVGA is usually like the green with the NVIDIA.
Or black and silver. They're going with clear plastic and silver now.
Oh, really?
Everyone hates the new EVGAs. Hold on, I'll pull them up while we're talking here.
EVGAs.
I mean, they make quality cards, but they're ugly. They're so gamery. Let me zoom enhance here. Hold on.
So gamery. Is that even a word?
You know what I mean with that aesthetic.
I said what I said.
That's right. Here, look at these things. Look at it.
Just now. Just now.
Looks like those ATI cards from the early 90s.
Yeah.
With that clear red.
Right.
Does it have a picture of a chick stuck to it? Yeah, they're fucking. They got that gamery aesthetic. Hold on.
The ass aesthetic.
I mean, a lot of them really are just like triple fan black cards. Like the MSI one has like 3 different size fans for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Like was it Newegg? Go to Newegg.
Does it look like a sideways like woofer then? Or a speaker?
Well, like that's the MSI one. Look at the little fan on the far left.
Yeah. Hey, it would have been. They didn't have any room.
I mean, they made the fucking thing. What? I mean, they didn't have room. I kind of want
right up against the bracket.
Well, they made the fucking thing. See, they got the Asus makes a blower style. If you gotta have one.
The vapor style.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Vape style.
We get it. You vape.
Yeah.
Now I was looking because I was like, well, do they have a Strix?
Strictly Strix.
ROG Strix. Very much just black. Even the heat sink's black.
Blacked out.
Murdered out.
Might.
For almost $2,000, you can get a motherboard, a i7, and a 2080 Ti. I don't want that. I'll hold off.
No, wait. What you want is the next article.
I'll tell you what I want.
What do you want?
Baby, I got it. RESP18.
Want you to want.
NVIDIA makes GPU overclocking a lot smarter with Scanner. I saw this headline and didn't click it because when they say one-click overclocking, I always go, eh.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I always wonder, why don't they just tell you what it can go to? Is that because, like, a lot of, even after the manufacturing process, like, a lot of cards are, like, different or something?
Yes. It's that silicon lottery.
Oh, okay.
Like, when Jay reviewed the Strix Vega 64, he had the reference 64, and it could actually be clocked higher than the Strix edition. Even though he was on the horn with Asus, and they said it should do better, his didn't, which he's like, I do admit, I'm like that they gave me just a card that wasn't a bend perfectly whatever, because I'm a reviewer. They just sent me a card. He's like, but still. So I don't know though. So what does it scan your system and see what it thinks you can put up with?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I guess, like,
I don't like that shit.
Well,
while we're at it, we're going to read your email and email all your contacts, and you're not going to know about it for like 4 years until our server gets hacked, and then you get mad.
Right. Well, the thing is, like they were saying in the article, it's a tedious process because it's a
Tedious.
Trial and error. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I said what I said.
I said what I said.
You know, without nipples, titties would be pointless. All right, giggity.
Yeah, but basically it's like big trial and error where you have to, like you have to restart your, like overclock a little bit, restart it, hope it's stable because, like just because it'll boot up, that doesn't mean it's going to be pretty stable,
Right. As soon as you start doing something, it'll crash.
So you got to test and test some more.
And test until your tester is sore.
Testing testes.
1, 2, 3. I watched a guy on YouTube try to overclock a 1080 Ti Strix, and then all of a sudden his CPU fried and stopped working.
Oh shit!
It was Ryzen. He put it in a different board. It wouldn't boot up. He's like, I don't know why. It's only what it said it would turbo boost to.
Well, don't they have like for the AMD cards? Don't they have like that afterburner or overdrive or whatever?
I don't know. I only did the thing where it's like, you want to start in turbo boost? I'm like, sure. But then I would get, error screen messages when I start up. I mean, I get them all the time now because my fan speed. I need to adjust it so I don't get an error every time this thing reboots because I told you the fans are set low to be quiet. And I don't want to completely shut it off because I would like a warning if it's going to overheat.
Well, I always get confused because I know you could do like the software overclocking, or you could do like the, the BIOS level.
Like Ryzen Master, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never played with it. I plan on it eventually.
Yeah, when you get an AIO.
Yeah,
Well, I know Noctua, they're probably the best air cooling on the market, but you would still probably be wary of doing it on any kind of air cooling, huh?
I mean, why not? If I was going to cheap out, I'll run an air cooler in my server because I wouldn't mind leaving it on every day, all day.
Yeah,
all day, every day. But
every day,
like, I'm thinking about getting a 1950X or a 1900X. If I eventually get the 32 core, you got to put that underwater, especially if you're gonna even think about overclocking.
No, you got to have everything in front of a 2 in front of all your shit, Frank. You got to do the 2080 Ti and then the 2099.
Yeah, someone asked me, why not Threadripper 2? I go, because fucking money. Fucking the whole computer costs it. Yeah, $1,000 versus $2,000 for a chip. I mean, are you out of your fucking mind? Hey, before we get too far, can you talk to the audience for a minute? Because I am all out of water and I need to stay hydrated. I am thirsty.
Okay.
So let me just run to the bathroom real quick and fill up my cup.
All right, buddy.
Just go ahead and talk to the audience.
I'll go with the next article. I'll start on that.
Oh, but I want to talk about that one. Skip it and do the one under, and then go back to the one.
Oh, okay. You peeked at it, huh?
Well, yeah, I got it up right now. Talk about stupid EA, because I don't care about EA.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
About EA.
All right, be right back.
Okay. So, EA reportedly under criminal investigation in Belgium due to FIFA's loot boxes. Yeah, this is in Belgium anyway, so who fucking cares? The Belgian government, which declared loot boxes to be a form of gambling earlier this year, has reportedly launched a criminal investigation into EA after the publisher refused to modify FIFA's randomized card pack loot boxes in order to comply with the country's gambling laws. Back in April, Belgium's Gaming Commission determined that loot boxes found in FIFA 18, Overwatch, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive CSGO were an illegal game of chance, quote-unquote, and thus subject to Belgium's gambling laws. Failure to adhere to these laws, which include ensuring that minors are unable to access the gambling elements within the game is illegal. Following the ruling, Blizzard, Valve, and 2K Games all elected to disable loot boxes in their games in Belgium. EA, however, has done nothing, and as a result, according to Belgium publication Metro via Google Translate, is now the subject of criminal investigation by the Brussels Public Prosecutor's Office. If it decides to prosecute, the case will go to court. The Belgian government's gaming commission considers loot boxes to be a game of chance because the players don't know exactly which items a box may contain when purchasing it. EA, however, says otherwise, stating in April that its games were developed and implemented ethically and lawfully around the world, and that it did not agree that the games could, quote unquote, be considered as any form of gambling. This, said EA CEO Andrew Wilson in May, is because players always received a specific number of items in each pack, and because it doesn't provide or otherwise any way to cash out or sell items or virtual currency for real money.
Shit. Hold on, my headphone cable's stuck.
Oh.
Well, it got under my microphone. There we go. I appreciate they give you a long ass cable, but I'm at the fucking desk. I don't need a damn cable I can go across the room with. Okay.
You should get the kind of I have the curly Q kind.
Well, I got balanced cables. This came with it, so I said, okay. I didn't have a balanced cable is $50.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You're on the still talking about EA, right?
Yeah. So basically, Belgium said that EA's games are, like Overwatch, Counter-Strike, and FIFA 18 are illegal games of chance and thus subject to foreign gambling laws. And basically, because of that, Blizzard, Valve, and 2K Games all elected to disable loot boxes in their games in Belgium. EA, however, has done nothing, and as a result, according to Belgium publication Metro via Google Translate, is now the subject of a criminal investigation by the Brussels Public Prosecutor's Office. If it decides to prosecute, the case will go to court. And so, and they go on, but the head of EA goes on about how it's not gambling, and they we're trying to do everything ethically around the world. So they're like, Belgium was like, you're gambling. EA's like, fuck off. And Belgium's like, no, you fuck off.
All right.
What do you think about that? You have any thoughts?
I mean, EA has become the butt of jokes.
Yeah. Not a lot of people like EA right now, I don't think.
No, when there was that shooting, there was memes going around. They were like, upload or pay $9.99 to send thoughts and prayers.
Right.
So yeah, they can take it in the butt. They're not hurting for money.
But anyways, you wanted to talk about
oh yeah,
the Steam article. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Steam have given the official thumbs up. So an 100% uncensored game on Steam.
Yep. You getting it back.
Remember we were talking about how basically it was up and down, up and down. Like,
That's
oh, you can post whatever, and then oh nope, can't. And I saw it and I was like, Of course, it's a fucking anime, fucking visual novel titty game.
Hi.
You know, what did you want, right?
Right. All of your animated, like, do you agree that like you should never get any like English dub things?
To each their own. I started with dubbed because I was too lazy to read. But
Yeah.
once I could hear the original voice actors over top of reading, I actually found it to be different. I don't know if it was like Stockholm syndrome where I learned to love my captors or what. But because when you read when you read a manga, you feel the emotions and imagine it yourself, and then when you see it in the cartoon form, you're trying to see how close it is to the original, and then you're an extra nerd if you try and see if the text is the same as the fucking book. So it gets me right into my nerd feels right there. I go, he didn't say that in the book. He did this. But I can see why they did that. It's easier to animate it.
So ear to ear, Frank, folks. Frank likes to hear pots and pans of silverware clanking.
What? No, if I watch a subtitle one, I like to hear the original actors, and I also will try to figure out like the words when they use phrases that I know, and I see the translation. I go, that's not accurate.
Ding, ding,
makes me feel a little better. Did you really just do that?
I was explaining what I was meaning.
It is Godzilla. We must flee the city. All you're allowed to say.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so what's this other story you got here, though? Because, I mean, we knew this was coming, but
We did?
Blissbox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I originally saw this on Linus's channel. I mean, I thought you... Unfortunately, Nate's not here because I would figured he'd have a lot to say about this, but basically it's a box that will let you be able to use simultaneously any controller, like up to 4 people can use any kind of controller that you want, and it'll be like lag free or whatever.
Uh-huh. Are these classic controllers or like...
Yeah. They have like, it comes with a bunch of adapters.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense because before, like, if you wanted a GameCube controller on your PC, you had to buy the little box. If you want a PlayStation controller, unless you got the wireless one, you had to buy a little box. It makes sense to only have one fucking box to plug in for every damn thing.
Yeah. I was recommending you go and watch the video on Linus, which I could include that in the notes too. But yeah, so like it almost looks like a flower, like a stalk of flowers with all the
Flower. It's a butthole.
Yeah.
Turd blossom.
Boop. Yeah, it comes with like it's kind of expensive though.
Oh, well, then
I
that's
forget what
stupid.
the price is, but you get a lot of adapters. The only thing they were saying was that every time you had to reset the thing or whatever, every time you wanted to put a switch out a controller.
It says it needs a firmware update to add different ones.
Yeah.
I mean,
they said like it could be expanded just based on the firmware and software and stuff, so it does have potential.
I like stuff like this. It's just like the thing is, like, companies and software companies in general just need to realize first off, why would anybody, this little slideshow is unrealistic because why would anyone put an Atari 7200 controller purposely attached to any fucking thing? You didn't even want to use them. You used an older Atari or a Sega Genesis controller with this fucking thing. You threw this thing in the garbage because it always broke. Anyway, but yeah, they got to realize that the way that everything's going to work in the future is everything's digital. And I understand you want to keep your IPs locked down, but people are going to get them and they're going to play your games. And the hardware is going to eventually catch up because it's going to be moving so fast you won't be able to, especially with 3D printers and shit.
Oh, yeah.
All you need is a soldering iron, a 3D printer, and know a little bit of coding. I mean, it would be in your best interest to support backwards compatibility because, face it, no one's going to go to flea markets to track down every old fucking Atari game when you can just put them all on a flash drive and play them. You're not... I mean, but that's so old, who cares? Well, yeah, but look at this shit that it emulates. It's going up to Jaguar, PC Engine, and then it's PlayStation. When you start getting into PlayStation, that's when they get Wii.
Yeah. Well, so what do you think about the whole illegal gray market with the ROMs, especially for like ROMs that you can't even get, or games that you can't even get anymore?
Well,
that shit at least needs to be in some kind of archive or Smithsonian,
Right. I mean, being able to, as far as I know, it's not illegal to dump your own ROMs, but once it's a DRM-free stripped file, then it's kind of out of their hands, and you either got to be lax with it or embrace it, I think. Because
did we do an article on that? Nintendo went after that one site to remove all their ROMs?
Emu Paradise or whatever the hell it was called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, story sucks. Next.
Yeah, Nintendo sucks. Next.
Right. Fucking weebs. This bacteria could boost solar panels on cloudy days. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I got so much sun. Okay.
Except under Frank's teeth, it's not so sunny there.
Shut up. So give us the gist of this giant article with these Russian names.
Oh, I have no idea. I saw a video about it, and I'm like, ooh, I'll get the news article from it.
Oh, okay. Check out the video, everybody, and read this. I'm not going to read this. I like the headline, boost solar panels. Yeah, there you go.
Well, so basically, the gist of it, though, is... so basically, whenever there's no sun, they're going to use... Oh, yeah, they're going to be able to use E. coli bacteria to power this shit when there's no sun. It'll pick up the slack.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about that? Getting some E. coli in your solar-powered phone chargers and shit.
Well, I mean...
There's probably... Didn't they say there's already, like, fecal matter on your phone screens or whatever?
Yeah, and
it's like dirtier than your toilet seat.
Well, that and they said, like, think about it. People go get Botox. That's fucking bubonic plague, isn't it?
Yeah.
And people are putting that in their armpits to keep from getting sweat stains. Fucked up.
Botox it up.
All right.
That collagen in the lips.
This woman swallowed her braces 10 years ago and didn't know it. Is this your what the fuck story?
No.
No, I think I clicked when I tried to click your last story, I tried to hit enter again and I ended up clicking some bullshit link.
No, it's scientists create human-like muscle for robots.
I know what the headline says. I click go. Okay. right.
Post in the chat if you need it. Yeah.
No. Look, I have it up.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was looking at my screen because I have a dark theme. It's easier to read.
I know. Well, this is for the people that are on,
Do you have your global dark theme on there?
No.
Oh.
There you go. Better?
Yeah. Much better.
Shut up. Scientists create human-like muscle for robots. That's great. Give our alien overlords strength. The robots go, yes, I must be stronger. Stronger, faster.
Well, I mean, this is about they're going to be using like artificial muscle tissue for, like to simulate the muscles and stuff. Just to be able to give the robots more human-like movements and be able to do more, like more detailed work and stuff like, so you don't have a giant clumsy claw trying to, like put together something,
I mean, have you seen that robot that goes down the stairs?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it should be going downstairs.
Right. Well, what I was always thinking is like, why can't they just, they're already going from A to Z. They're trying to do like living tissue and stuff with this shit, like Terminator shit. But, like I figured why couldn't they just like, make some like muscle strands out of like rubber and like we could do all these different kinds of materials. Why can't we make like, like artificial type of muscle
eventually
like cracked and stuff,
Eventually people are going to want to fuck these robots. They might as well give them some situation abs.
Yeah, right. Situation abs.
That's right. I mean, they say eventually it can be used for people with disabilities, so the shit must be working all right.
Yeah. Well, I just, like I said, I always just wondered why they had to use like actuators and all that stuff. Why can't they just have something that pulls like fake muscle strands or something,
Well, like tendons and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing in your body how primitive it is, but also complex because we didn't think of it. Our body thought of that shit.
Yeah, we know we have like such detailed, like anatomy, like knowledge of the anatomy and stuff,
Certain people would say, "Oh yes, that's the intelligent design of our Lord." And no. We were talking about science,
made in
dog.
His image.
Well, the one about the chicks.
We were made in the situation's image.
Okay, so is that your last article?
Yes.
Okay, God, I gotta get out of that. Okay, my article. So this first story that I brought, this actually.
Wait. Okay, that's all you get.
Okay.
You get one ribbon pull.
Right. So this is basically something that actually happened to me. That I was letting my dogs out earlier, and while they were doing their business, I was flipping through my phone. I saw this article. Google remotely changed the settings on a bunch of phones running Android 9 Pie, which is what I'm running. You think there'd be more safeguards for any of this kind of thing? And I'm like, what? So I scroll down, going, I thought that might be clickbait, right?
All right.
Yesterday, a mix of people who own Google Pixel phones, I have a Pixel phone, and other devices running Android 9 Pie noticed that the software battery saver feature had been switched on, seemingly all by itself. And oddly, this has happened when the phones were near a full charge, not when the battery was low. That exact thing happened to me yesterday. My phone was on charge. I look at it, it said 99%. And I said, what's this little symbol? And I'd pull the little drop down thing, and I realized battery saver was on. I said, oh, I must have been turning something off. Like I must have pulled down to go to something, and I accidentally tapped it. So I went ahead and turned it back off. I put it back down, went back to watching TV. I grabbed my phone again, and the shit was back on. And like they said, my phone was already at 99%. It usually warns me when your phone gets to 40%. Do you want to use battery saver? No, I don't give a shit. I'll plug the fucking thing in. I want it to die because you got to plug it in when it's dead. No point in plugging in when it's 98%.
Right.
So, but yeah. But it was actually Google at fault. The company posted a message on Reddit last night acknowledging an internal experiment to test battery-saving features that was mistakenly rolled out to more users than intended. So Google had remotely and accidentally changed the phone setting for a bunch of real-world customers. Isn't that fucked up?
Googly.
Oh, great. Googly moogly. And I'm not going to go in order here because just the tinfoil hattie in me makes me want to jump to this here. Hold on. Got to get up to the URL. Okay.
You know what that would be great with? Some AT&T making a profile on you.
Anyway, Microsoft tests warning Windows 10 users not to install Chrome or Firefox. Microsoft is testing a warning for Windows 10 users not to install Chrome or Firefox. The software giant is in the final stages of testing Windows 10 October 2018 update, and testers have spotted a new change that appears when you try and install a rival web browser. You already have Microsoft Edge, the safer, faster browser for Windows 10, says a prompt. Don't they remember that this shit gets them in trouble when you bundle your stuff in it and then try to not get the competition? Like, right? Isn't that anti-competition and wrong and illegal? And don't they have to pay a fine for it? Don't they understand? It's bad enough that they try to be suggestive. Like, I took my taskbar, I unpinned Edge. I didn't uninstall it because maybe for some god unknown fucking reason I might want to use Edge, the safer whatever. I might want to use it, so I didn't uninstall it. I unpinned it. Every time I get an update for fucking Windows, it's repinned and it's marked as the default. Not only marked as the default web browser, they made it so you had to Google how to fucking undefault it because they changed it. It used to be people were just going in and no, I don't want that as my default browser. I want Google, and that was it. Now they made you have to add a step because it was grayed out that you couldn't change it. They're trying to be pushy. They're like 2 steps away from. But with all this progress I've seen with Linux, I'm damn near tempted.
Are they like a stage 5 clinger with Edge?
A what?
A stage 5 clinger. They're like, don't leave us.
They're trying to get your monies. I don't know why they even want you to use. What do they make extra money if you use their shitty browser?
You see that? I don't know. I mean, like, the thing though is like technically, I guess you have to have some kind of browser to be able to get to the internet in the first place. Like, if for some unknown reason you can't use a thumb drive to put Firefox on your computer or something, or Chrome or whatever. Well, that's how you get to download the other browsers in the first place, right?
Yeah, I've seen multiple tutorials where they're like, go onto Edge, use it to download Chrome, and then unpin it and uninstall it and never use it again.
Yeah.
So this just reminded me of what the hell Google was doing. Now, since we were talking about Google, I got another Microsoft one, but I have one I want to jump back for Google. Should I progress to Microsoft again, or should I jump back to Google real quick?
I might as well stay with Microsoft.
Okay.
Microsoft.
Okay, well, we were just asking, how do they make money with the browser, right?
Right.
So
that reminds me, did you see Barnacules' new video about suicide?
No, I saw a thumbnail.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I watched it. It was a Debbie Downer, dude.
I don't need that. I saw his face.
It was a real Debbie Downer.
Yeah, I don't need that. No. I don't. I go to YouTube to escape sadness.
Yeah. I know, but it's like, I mean, I really like him. I mean, he seemed like he'd be a cool guy to hang out with and stuff, you know? It's, I would, you know, like, I was kind of curious on what's going on and, like, how come he's not doing anything anymore, you know? My main thing I would, like, the first question I would ask is, like, dude, how do you feed your family?
Right. So so this one about Microsoft, getting back on track here. Microsoft plans to still post 2020 support for Windows 7. The developer agreed to offer Windows 7 extended security updates for 3 years beyond the operating system's January 2020 retirement date. Microsoft bowed to the reality that enterprises won't purge Windows 7 by its January 2020 retirement and has announced it will sell extended support for 3 years past that deadline. Called Windows Extended Security Updates, the after drop dead deal will add support through January 2023. I mean, where I work, we just got Windows 7.
They were on XP for a while.
Well, see, not everybody had a computer. Even though the receiving software had to be on a computer, not everybody, like, there was 3 computers in the department. And no kidding, our software to receive everything was a green screen that you had to use commands for. And now they've upgraded and we got Windows 7. So I doubt they're going to buy 10 anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the whole reason they're not saying, "Oh, they're going to update Windows 8 for 3." No, 7, motherfucker. Because they know that's the people who buy it.
We got to have Windows 10 on our cash register software.
XP machines. But here's a story you might like, though, since this is just kind of, well, it's enterprise, so it doesn't bother us, right?
Right.
But, big old butt. Chrome 69 kills off www in URLs. Here's why Google's move has made people angry. With the launch of Chrome 69 this week, Google promoted new features and a new look. It gave users months to prepare for Chrome dropping secure from HTTPS sites and adding not secure in red to HTTP sites from Chrome 70.
So basically, they're just like, were they just hiding the www part?
But for some reason, Google decided against mentioning that as of Chrome 69, the world's most popular browser will no longer show the www or m on websites in the address bar because they're just a trivial subdomain. As a result, www.zdnet.com is now displayed as znet.com. People are mad. For now, users can force Chrome to display the full address by disabling the flag Omnibox UI hide steady. Yeah. People are already mad about that whole HTTPS thing because shit comes up as unsecure. And, you know, Nana goes, "Oh, what's this unsecure? Are you downloading pornography?"
Oh, no, I can't go on here.
The firewall at my work does that shit when you try to go to a site. "Oh, this is unsecure." No, it's not unsecure. Shut up. Google's just being stupid. So.
Yeah, my dad, he has to use an email for work. He can't use his own email for shit. Like on the computer or whatever.
By the way, here's what people actually use their Amazon Echo and other smart speakers for. Are you interested?
Yeah, what?
Because remember we had that article. Well, we had that article recently for throwback here for the other people, you know, listeners and whatnot. There was an article that, oh, surprise, surprise, people aren't buying shit with them. That's what they thought people were going to fucking do with them. They thought people were going to say, "Hey, order me some, you know, new dildos," and they'll go, "Hell yeah," and put them in your cart. But people aren't doing that. I don't do it because I'm kind of computer literate. I just don't want to blindly order something without seeing pictures of it, reading reviews, and going, that's the one I fucking want. So here's what people are doing. Currently, 32% of customers own a smart speaker. Consumers, 32% of consumers, like Google Home, and nearly half will own one by the end of the year. Wow. So half of consumers will own one by the end of the year. Told you my grocery store has it. You could buy a Google Home Mini and a fucking balls at the grocery store. They're like 2 aisles away from each other.
Yeah.
So what's everyone doing with their gadgets? Common functions like listening to music and asking for the weather remain the most popular uses according to Adobe survey. So listen to music, 70%. Weather forecast, 64%. Asking fun questions, 53%. Online search, 47%. Checking the news, 46%. Alarms and reminders, 46%. And making calls, 36%. I try to use the online search. But the thing is, the Echo is not as good with searching the web as just asking Google. So it goes, I'm sorry, try it. Like I asked, what smart devices can you power? Because I want to be able, like, can I control a smart TV with it? And I was going to look it up, but I decided, well, it's right next to me. It responds to voice. So I asked it, try looking up in the Alexa app. I'm like, no, fuck you. That requires my fingers. You're supposed to be hands-free, stupid.
You want to... I still got to mess with that. I got a Wi-Fi module for my LED strips. I want to test out.
Emerging uses of smart speakers: asking for directions, smart home commands, shopping and ordering items, checking traffic, which is by the way, shopping and ordering items. That's the emerging uses. That's what they built them for. Checking traffic, sending and receiving messages, playing games, food delivery, and hotel and flight research. Which, who the hell's... Hey, tell me what the cost of flights are to Cuba.
How do you play games on there? Is it like for the Echo Show or something?
I don't know. I know, well...
Let's play 20 questions or something.
The 20% of people are probably playing that Skyrim version for the fucking Echo.
Have you tried the phone call yet? Like, doesn't it turn, like, the light turn green or whatever when it's...
I don't know.
You have to get, like, a specific Echo?
I don't know.
Phone calls?
I know you can talk to, like, from one Echo to another, but we only have one, so I don't know. While shopping, plus I don't want to give it contacts because I'm afraid it'll accidentally send a conversation to my contacts, like in that fucking article we had. While shopping remains a less common use for smart speakers, those who do say they hunt for products with their voice assistant largely use it to research before they buy. 47% of smart speaker shoppers use the device to conduct general product search, while 43% use the speaker for making shopping lists. Well, trying to wear myself down reading all that. Need a drink here. Hold on.
Sipping on that water scissor.
Now, see, if I drink Mountain Dew with actual codeine, that's syrup, right?
Yeah.
It's a syrup. What the hell's in lean?
I forget. That lean.
Yeah. Hold on.
Good old lean.
Lean versus syrup. Scissor. Yeah. Hope so I spell it right. Scissor. Sipping on some scissor. Okay. Oh, scissor, also known as purple drink, syrup, and lean, is a mix of codeine-based prescription cough syrup, soda, and often Jolly Ranchers candy. What does it do? Give you seizures, like Little Wayne. Okay. So anyway.
Wonder why they call it lean, though.
I don't fucking know. Makes you lean over? I don't know. I can look it up, but I don't care that much. By the way...
Can we lean over to another article?
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go, dog. Netflix tells court it isn't a video service provider.
All right.
This is like when the FCC said that markets with only one ISP could be classified as competitive.
Right.
The streamer, no quarrel there, is looking to avoid paying a portion of subscription fees to Missouri towns. Netflix is not a video service provider because it does not provide video service. This powerful argument comes from a memorandum submitted to Missouri federal court on Thursday by Netflix, which, along with Hulu, faces a lawsuit from the city of Precure, Missouri. Back in 2007, Missouri passed the Video Service Providers Act, which allowed municipalities and counties in the state to collect franchise fees from video service providers. Since then, cable operators in the region have obtained video service authorization and remitted fees. But according to them, which has a code of ordinance that requires a video service provider to fork over 5% of its gross revenues, Missourians have shifted to subscription-based streaming services like Netflix and Hulu, and these companies aren't paying these fees, which states the lawsuit, which deprives the Missouri municipalities of much-needed revenue. So basically, they want 5% to go to fucking... Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen.
I just love how they're like, we don't provide this thing because we don't do things, you know?
Right. Hey, you said you need to get a voice module for your what again? Wi-Fi module for your what?
My LEDs.
Oh,
I got one. I haven't tested it out yet, though, so how does this plug do?
Well, LED lamps are great for the environment, bad for our health.
What?
The European Union announced a ban on halogen light bulbs to persuade the public to switch to LED lamps. It's unlikely to raise many eyebrows. There are, after all, lots of different lamps on the market. Some generate light by a white-hot filament incandescent lamps, such as halogen. Some by an electrical discharge through a gas, such as fluorescent lamps. And some by the passage of electrons through a semiconductor, LEDs. LEDs are low-voltage devices, and the light they give depends on the circuitry hidden in the lamp itself, which changes the alternating current to provide a low-voltage LED needs. Some electronic circuitry is insufficient to reduce the variation in the supply voltage, and this process can generate flicker. Some LEDs can flicker badly, some flicker a little, and some do not flicker at all. Where the hell's my pointer? I was going to highlight this so I could try to read without getting this guy's face in my way. That doesn't help.
I hate background articles.
Right?
Backgrounds.
Oh, hey, look. If I turn off the black, the white, that actually helps in this case.
Yeah.
That's why it's good to have it as a switch. LEDs are more energy efficient and can help towards commitments to lower carbon emissions from electricity generation. Yet flicker has proved a problem, as it did before the case of fluorescent lighting. Halogen lamps have little flicker because the filament gets white hot and retains the light throughout the cycle of the electricity supply. Flickering is bad for health. Even if it is so fast that you can't see it and are unaware of it, it can cause headaches and eye strain and interfere with the control of your eye movements. I mean, flickering lights that causes seizures and shit. So, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not all junk science, but does that bum you out a little bit, Ian?
So they're saying that LEDs, what did they say about the LEDs? Why are they bad for the environment?
I mean, they're good for the environment, but they're bad for your health.
I thought you said they was bad for the environment anyways.
Nah, you wouldn't listen to that shit.
No, I know what you're saying. So it was, with the flicker rate, it was bad for your eyes and health and stuff. I mean, I can see that. Like, did you see I don't think we did an article on that. Was one I forgot to do, but they did an article about how the blue light from these screens really are causing like degeneration to your eyes or whatever. And it's like on any kind of screen, like phones, TVs, monitors, or whatever. And it's like, and they say it's especially bad for kids, like with their, like when they're still developing and stuff and growing.
Yeah, they make glasses for it, and they have a option to put your phone in a night mode. But no, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks, and it's kind of like, I don't know with with these researchers that like when it went mainstream with the research on it, but like that's kind of like an anti-technology thing. It's like, what, are we just going to stop using technology? Then
No, we're going to put on these ugly yellow glasses.
Yeah.
By the way, here's an Ars Technica article. I know you like them. Look, boy, a shiny. Net neutrality gives free internet to Netflix and Google, ISP claims. Frontier asks workers to fight California net neutrality, claims bills will go up. Frontier Communications is asking employees to help in its fight against state net neutrality rules in California, claiming that the rules will give free internet to major web companies while raising costs for consumers. And the thing is, they misinformation to certain people, and the right fucking people will be stupid.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. And technology is, like a lot of the congressmen and, like more conservative people, they're not so hip on the technology stuff. Like they just fall for anything,
Oh, the cost will go up. Old people won't want that.
Yeah.
What does it do to Jobs? No. Steve Jobs, he's dead. By the way, I don't try to get too political on anything. I try to engage and make you, read for yourself and make your own decisions.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that FCC stuff is political, but it's like, it.
You back it up with hard data, not just shit they pull out of their ass.
Well, it's just like it's pretty simple. I mean, it's like either do you want to pay more money or not,
Right.
And anybody that says you're going to have to pay more money is full bullshit. And for those people arguing, well, it's better for jobs, or for not for jobs, for corporations, and it's like, well, no fucking duh.
Right.
It's good for them.
Anyway.
What about the people?
Well, the reason I said I don't talk about politics is because this is about Brett Kavanaugh. Have you heard about this guy at all?
Brett Kavanaugh, that guy?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. He's the Supreme Court. Kennedy is retiring. So Trump gets to propose somebody for the Supreme Court. So he says, "Hey guys,
Trump here."
Trump says, "Hey, I want to nominate this guy," and he goes before everybody. They ask him questions. Well, Kavanaugh, the guy that he's picked, he has a toxic net neutrality record, and what mostly unnoticed during the hearings, because that's where they ask him the questions. It's no secret that Democrats were attempting to press Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh on a laundry list of topics during his confirmation hearings last week. Yet one issue that initially seemed like it would be part of their pushback, net neutrality, was scarcely mentioned at all over the hours of testimony. Last month, several Senate Democrats criticized Kavanaugh's views on net neutrality, highlighting a dissent he wrote in a case that upheld the 2015 Open Internet Order, the federal communications rule that enshrined the internet protections, and was rescinded last year by the Republican-controlled agency. So, yeah, he's going to be appointed to the Supreme Court, and he's had a spotty record on net neutrality. I'm not saying don't be in support of him. I'm saying read up on the issues and be educated yourselves. I listen to all kinds of updates. Like I said, I listen to NPR. I try to be informed and neutral. I am partisan because I have a party that I stick with. I will admit that, but everybody does.
It's not rocket science, folks. If you let the store do whatever the fuck it wants, it's going to do whatever the fuck it wants.
Right. We're going to charge you more. Why? Because you're going to fucking pay it.
Yeah. And because one company counts as competition.
I like the one video. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. It's okay, Frank. That one corporation counts as competition, so it'll all work out.
Right. Ajit Pai helped Charter kill consumer protection rules in Minnesota.
Isn't that where they got Jesse Ventura was the governor?
Yeah. State can't regulate VoIP phones. Pai predicts same outcome with net neutrality. A court ruling that limits state regulation of cable company offerings was praised by FCC Chairman Ajit Pai, who says the ruling supports his contention that the FCC can preempt state-level net neutrality law rules. The new court ruling found that Minnesota's state government cannot regulate VoIP phone services ordered by Charter and other cable companies because VoIP is an information service under federal law. Pai argues that the case is consistent with FCC's attempt to preempt state-level net neutrality rules in which the commission reclassifies broadband as a Title I information service instead of Title II telecommunications service. Yeah, when they write the rule books, they can say, "Oh yeah, we always did it." Remember, they try to sweep shit under the rug. It didn't break net neutrality rules because we repealed net neutrality, so it doesn't matter anymore.
It's like we praise you, former telecom worker.
Right.
He's technically a worker now.
By the way,
he's paid.
Instead of Downey Downerton, Verizon will launch 5G home internet service starting October 1st. Verizon's 5G broadband internet service will go live later this fall with installations starting on October 1st in Houston, Indianapolis, Los Angeles, and Sacramento, the company announced today. So its first launch in Verizon is calling simply 5G home, quoting typical speeds of 300 megabits a second and peak speeds nearly 1 gigabit per second, depending upon location. This isn't true mobile 5G, which will be more impactful rollout of the new internet speed standard that was finalized last December when all networks and phone manufacturers support it. But theoretically, it should bring faster broadband speeds for home internet that are on par with or at least in the range of gigabit fiber networks. Yes. And then pricing. As for pricing availability goes, Verizon says customers in those select metro areas can sign up for it starting on September 13th as long as their address is a ported zip code. It will cost $50 a month for existing Verizon wireless customers and $70 for non-Verizon customers. If you're one of the first members to sign up for the service, Verizon will sweeten the deal with free router installation, 3 months of complimentary service, a free Chromecast or Apple TV 4K, and 3 months of free YouTube TV. According to Verizon, the service will be up and running once installation is complete. Boner, 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 boner. Yeah, I mean, I have Verizon. I know they're wicked and evil, and Ajit Pai work for them, but they're the best network out of all the ones I've had.
Right. Yeah, I know that the lady that was from the FCC on Joe Rogan. She was talking about they need to do better job at like allocating bands or whatever for, like the telecoms, because I said like she was saying they could use some bands that are not used up that frequently or something. Mm-hmm. Like they could allocate them when they're not being used that much, like for certain like things, I guess, like emergency or whatever. Mm-hmm.
That all you had on that?
Yeah, I mean, I forget what else she was saying about it, but I mean, I guess she was saying they just need to be more efficient with, the stuff that's not being, she's saying use shit that's not being used. As far as the, like the bands of like radio waves or whatever.
Radiohead, what?
Yeah,
that's a pretty cool band. Yeah. So anyway, moving right along.
Heat pie.
You were talking about, oh, you're going to be screwed when you got to buy some what?
RAM.
Report. DRAM SSD prices will tumble as Intel shortage continues. The CPU supply constraint on the Intel side may lead to some overstock of memory products, both RAM and SSD, in the channel, which in turn is expected to bring prices down a little more. Another day, another twist in the Intel CPU shortage saga. The shortage of 14-nanometer CPUs, both older and newer silicon, will impact notebook vendors' business outlook, leading to reduced shipments of a consequential drop in DDR4 DRAM prices, said memory research firm DRAM Exchange. They said the company predicts a drop of 0.2%, but then they said, however, this causes a ripple effect in the memory market that might go down to 2%. So, on top of other reasons. So, next year might be good for you. I'm holding out for a Hero.
Oh, hopefully next year will be a better year. Which also, I found out that, thank God, that in I think it's in March of next year, our apartment building here is finally going to go no smoking.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that.
I forget. Do you have Netflix?
No, I do not have Netflix.
You know that game, The Witcher?
Yeah.
They're making a series of it, and The Witcher showrunner quits Twitter following a backlash. So she's taking a hiatus because the shade from the fans was strong.
Oh, okay.
I guess Henry Cavill is going to play the main guy. So people don't know how to feel about that.
Right. No, I don't have Netflix, but I have Netflix things.
You have what?
I have Netflix stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix shows.
Let's leave it at that. Anyway.
Without trying to be...
NVIDIA confirms Pascal and Turing GPUs will coexist but not compete. Claims Turing has twice the raster performance of Pascal. Why it matters, given the price point at which Turing is launching, many have noticed that NVIDIA is in no rush to retire the 10 series Pascal cards. Now we have confirmed from NVIDIA the cards will remain on shop shelves throughout the holiday season. I mean, this is kind of no surprise, because people are like, why would they do that? Well, they have a backlog of fucking 10 series cards they got to get rid of now, because remember, they had too many.
Yeah.
But
now, is the Navi gonna compete with the 2000 series?
Well, no. Navi, supposedly, right now, Navi is supposed to be for Xbox and PlayStation. And the big rumor is that it can be at like a 1080 for $250. But then people are saying, well, no, that's all it can do is 1080 speed. And they're like, well, $250 for a 1080 still isn't bad. So I mean, I don't know if that. I'm tempted to buy. Huh?
You do 2 of those then.
I'm tempted to get a 2080, but then I'm tempted to wait for Navi. I might just fucking buy a damn 2080 though, because I'm tired of waiting for fucking. Let me wait on Vega. Oh, Vega sucks. Okay, let me wait on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the TI is gonna be way too expensive.
Yeah, I mean, unless something comes up that I have more money that I didn't know about, which won't happen.
Money.
By the way, the 32-core Ryzen Threadripper is suddenly a lot better at gaming. A bug in NVIDIA's drivers drastically hurt the 32-core Threadripper's performance. So basically, the driver fucked it up. And they show fucking ads.
They show fucking ads? That's not good.
I'm pretty sure they did. No, they show benchmarks, and they're like, yeah, like the 1950 did great. Why is the 2990 doing suck? Well, once they upgraded, the driver wasn't gimped, and it's a lot better. I had a guy try to tell me, "Oh, don't waste your time with the 2990 because the way it's set up, it'll game shitty and all this." And I'm like, "Who gives a fuck? 32 cores." I said, "Plus the shit will probably be better by the time I can afford it. It's a hardware problem. How are they going to fix it? I don't care.
Right.
Fuck off."
Well, the main thing you got to worry about is if you have a bottleneck where your graphics card is so much better than your CPU where it tries to render too many frames and the CPU can't catch up.
Right. Well, the main argument the one guy was trying to have with me was like, "Oh, you should just get an Epic." I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars more for something that's not made for fucking gaming anyway.
Yeah, you have to get some ridiculous server motherboard and
no.
everything,
No. So this is not a downer story. That's good, right?
Right.
It'll be another year till I can afford it any fucking way. So, by the way,
well, you could always get the regular 90 or whatever, which is the second generation version of the 16 core.
That's still $200 more.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can get a 1950 for $649. The second generation is still 800 and something.
Oh,
so
okay, that's not too bad.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, between the generations, like I don't know how much the gap is. I don't know if would be worth that $200.
Yeah, no. Anyway, Cisco shows more GPUs in an AI server for deep learning. Still doesn't play Crysis.
Wow.
The C480 M5 is a 4U rack mount 4-socket Xeon modular server with up to 6 terabyte of memory, 6 AMD S7 150s, and 2 X2 graphics chips, or NVIDIA Tesla P40 and Tesla P100 GPUs, up to 32 drives and 12 NVMe SSDs, 44 drives in all. It was revealed in June of 2017.
But can it run? No,
it can't run Crysis. I like that they don't bury the lead at all. I wanted to just share that. I didn't bother to read it. I wanted to share it because it makes me happy.
But it can't run Fortnite.
Doesn't it make you happy? So
makes me slap happy, Frank.
Slap these nuts. Got him. Bethesda says Fallout 76 aims to last until the end of time. Unlike previous entries in the Fallout franchise, Fallout 76 is a multiplayer-focused, always online game. Bethesda plans to release free DLC to keep people coming back as part of the game's larger games as a service model. But how long will the game last? According to Bethesda marketing exec Pete Hines, until the end of time. Forever, he told Metro when asked how long he envisions Fallout 76 lasting. I'm not being ironic, like forever. Part of the reason Hines said he believes this is possible is because other Bethesda games like Fallout 4 and Skyrim have remained incredibly popular years after launch. Those titles didn't have as much of an online focus as 76. Other people have said, is your timeline for Fallout 76 2 years or 5 years? And I said, well, they're still playing Morrowind, and go online and look at how many people are playing Fallout 4 and Skyrim, Hines said. Those games have been out for 4 and 7 years. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people playing those games every single day, every single month.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, that's cool. I didn't know you had more to say, but I don't know how I feel about the whole games as a service, trend. But it's like, I mean, like, you know, it's just like with GTA where they just keep adding on to the same world, you know?
Well, I mean, people fucking buy it. They haven't lowered the price in how many years? Fallout
Yeah.
4, they lowered the price. This, I mean, I like their model that you buy it once, and if you just grind, you can get the same shit that people who would pay can get. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I grind already to just level up my character, so I don't see the problem. They need to give me an incentive to play. But I had this story because, you know, another one that isn't really one I want to talk about. I just want to put it in the thing for you to share with our listeners. Go ahead.
Another thing I would say is that the problem with that though is like eventually I'm sure people will want some kind of upgrade in the graphics or something, you know?
Well, it is an upgraded graphics. I mean, I'm sure once mods can actually come out, that won't be a problem because that's one of the main things with Bethesda games. They mod the shit out of it.
Oh, okay. They're pretty open with that shit, huh?
I mean, they say they're going to support mods, but at what extent? As it is with Fallout, you can get mods. You know, you can put whatever mods you want in 4, but you can also, you know, download their mods. So, Doug's acted like he highly doubts Bethesda when they say that everything's going to be free. They say it, so I'm hoping that it's true. How's that?
I think that's fair.
But also this little article, what to expect, because I guess if you have no fucking idea what to expect, I've been watching every video that comes out. I mean, I don't know if you noticed I'm wearing a Fallout shirt today. I'm gonna play the game when I get up the damn, you know, show. I am psyched. I am geeked. So,
oh, so it did release today?
No. The beta hasn't even come out. That's in October, and they're saying maybe for a week. And people are like, "Oh, I want to play for at least a month." I'm like, "I don't care. I want to play it now. I don't care. You got my money." It's like what's his name? What the fuck was his name? Who am I thinking of? Jim Gaffigan said about when they made Disneyland. They're like, "We got their money. What are they gonna do?"
Yeah, Frank's he's trying to shove it down their G string, man.
People are, you know, canceling pre-orders and shit, and I'm like, no. That's because they're like, I got the beta code, I can cancel my pre-order. I'm like, why? I want the game. I wish I had the expensive version. I want the one with the plastic helmet, but that was already $200, and then everybody bought them within the first 5 minutes, and then the scalpers were selling them on eBay for $300 with a map that glows in the fucking dark. And in a couple months, you'll be able to buy that on eBay because they don't use it. But I wanted to share this story to actually show you. Remembering Ian, Fallout's greatest companion. If you played Fallout 1, there's a companion you can get, and his name's Ian. So I thought you would get a kick out of that.
Yeah. I also see my name spelled as IAIN.
Uh-huh. Well, they spell it like you do, so
yeah.
Can you imagine if you started playing Fallout and you named your character after you, and then you get the companion, and then you don't know which one is you?
Yeah. Right. That would be confusing.
I've watched Let's Plays of the original game because it's hard. Even like the graphics, it's hard to tell what the fuck you're looking at, man.
Yeah. But just because I wasn't paying attention, when does the 76 come out, in October?
The beta comes out in October. The game actually launches in November.
Oh, okay.
On me and my wife's anniversary, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, honey, can I go ahead and pre-order it? Because there's going to be a beta, and I want to play it before I can buy it. And she's like, yeah, happy anniversary. So, you know.
Yeah, Floyd's going to get to play it.
Yeah, he's got... Yeah, they're going to get it first, but he's thinking about canceling his pre-order and just playing the beta. And I'm like, I wouldn't.
Why don't you just have a sleepover with your buddy Floyd, Frank? Play some
I don't
Xbox.
like Xbox.
Oh, come on.
No, my last story is a what the fuck story here.
It's got the teraflops.
It's a deep dive into the absolutely ridiculous world of Roku channels. Well, Roku is a little device you hook up to your TV so you can stream internet content to your screen. You can see it. You can use it to watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and other major streaming services, but also channels are made by smaller companies with individual people. The most basic type of Roku channel is free, and a channel with commercials can be done for as little as $50 a month. As with movies and music and books, the gatekeepers have been removed, and entertainment has been democratized, which is wonderful. Anyone and everyone can get their message to the eyes of the TV viewing public. But this also means that anyone and everyone can get their message to the eyes of the TV viewing public, from Scientology to Sarah Palin to homophobic preachers. So yeah, I have a bunch of Roku channels, and they're. I'll leave this article link in there.
I have a question. Like, what do you think I should get? Because the girl I was talking about before, remember I said that I got her one of those small external hard drives. Like, the only thing though right now is she's watching it on her laptop, which she's not able to hook up to her TV, and she doesn't have a smart TV or anything. Like, I just want to get her something that she could at least play the shit on. I know the Fire Stick doesn't have a USB port on it, so like, would you recommend like a Roku or? Because I don't think she would do good with like a Kodi box or something, you know. And I don't even think you could get those anymore.
Well, with the Roku, you have to download separate, like, they call them channels, but apps basically to view USB media.
Oh, okay.
I haven't used
that up.
Yeah, I try Googling it. I don't know how those work as a device. It's very much like a smart TV functionality in a box. But I mean, I use it for, my server. I can access stuff with it.
Yeah, it's something so she could just have the hard drive, because she's on a laptop with it, so she always has to unplug it or whatever. She wants to shut it down and move it, or just something so that the hard drive could just be sitting there by her TV. I mean, I would think something Android would be good though. Because she's used to Android.
Well, yeah, I don't really know. I've got the. Oh, that's bright.
I was thinking about I might buckle down though and get because I'm not liking the Kodi box too much anymore. I was thinking about maybe getting in, like a next gen system like the 360 or the Xbox One, because you can have Kodi on there now. And I would like to play some of the games that they have on the Xbox One that are like, like the Dead Rising and stuff. I always was a fan of that game. A couple other exclusives, but I don't know. I think I'll have to shop around to see what kind of boxes, what are good options, Unless she does end up getting a smart TV, then she can just plug it into that. But usually the interfaces for, like browsing your files and all that stuff aren't that good, are they, on TVs?
I mean, it I can review the hardware all day long, but when it comes down to the actual apps themselves, I don't know the UIs and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I give her an Android thing, I'd probably get her that ES File Explorer. But what were you saying? Like, you use Plex, so that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you does she have a? I mean, if you have
can't you use that for local stuff just on the same device?
No.
Oh, it's Plex for network stuff only.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Google it, dog. Shit, I don't know that shit.
Well, what do you pipe in? Because you said you use mostly Plex for your own consumable media, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm not the on-the-go guy. I don't have a flash drive with movies and shit on it. I have all my shit saved to a hard drive where I can watch it, and then I flip over to other stuff if I feel like watching something else.
Right, but you've never taken one of those external hard drives and plugged it into
Nah.
a smart box or anything?
Nah. Why would I do that? I have a computer. I keep updating. I'm the guy who has to have something new every couple of months, so I've got old computers just sitting around. I have 3 downstairs that aren't even turned on. They're just sitting there. I got one in my closet now.
An external hard drive going through the computer through your network that plays pretty good over the Plex.
I mean, yeah, Plex doesn't. You know, my Core 2 Duo can play stuff, and I don't even know what RPMs the my hard drives are. But yeah, it doesn't take a lot of resources at all.
Hopefully, how many hard drives do you have? Hopefully, you have that shit named pretty good.
Well, I was telling you I had to go in and rename my drives earlier. That's why I had to restart because they weren't showing up correctly in Explorer.
Yeah.
I have, if I could drag it over to this window so I can see it. I have 5 hooked up currently to my computer with Plex on it. And then I've got extras just sitting around because when I kept upgrading to bigger sizes, I had I've got this one hooked up to this computer because my internal 3 terabytes about full. I have one hooked up to my Wii just so I could copy my games so I wouldn't have to keep taking the discs out. I have another one just sitting at my iMac because I don't know where the hell it came from, but I have it. I got this one for like less than $30 because it was missing. The plug was bad. I bought it. I bought a pack of cheap Chinese plugs, and it works now. It's loud as shit though. Not all the time. The other day I was like, "Oh, are my fans fucked up?" No, it's that hard drive. Okay. Oh no, it was. It wasn't grindy. It was just loud. You can't hear it now anyway because I got a desk fan going, 2 fans blowing on me.
I bet you a lot of those drives though you wish you could probably shuck, huh?
No, because they're only 4. I want more.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you shuck them, you could always add more. You always have them hooked up to the same computer, anyways.
Well, if they're internal, my motherboard's only got 6 SATA ports. So anything more, I'd have to have a RAID card.
I'll get a RAID card though.
No, don't want to do it. No,
can't make you, huh?
I mean, no. I'm sure if they had a gun in my head, they could make me. Like I said, I've looked on eBay at lots. I'm just not going to bother until I have money that I can allocate specifically for that.
Dude,
what?
You're not going to be buying the? Are you going to be trying to hope to get the Threadripper and a new build at the same time as filling up your NAS?
I mean, I've got a. Well, my goal is to have Threadripper with a different GPU so I can turn this computer into a NAS. Because if not, the Threadripper will be running this 380. Don't want to do that.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, that filling up with the hard drives though, that's got almost like a whole another computer too. The prices of all the hard drives.
Well, I'm looking on eBay. I'm
Are
looking
you
on
thinking
eBay.
about doing 8 or 10
What do you mean, number or terabytes?
hard drives? Number. Because you wanted
16,
to
dog.
get, yeah, you wanted to get the one where you get. The nice thing about the case was you can mount like a shitload on there, right?
Hold on. Show you R5. When I bought it, I wanted the most drive cages I could fit, right?
Right.
Let me go back to screen share here. Let me go to this one and zoom enhance. This is just some dude's server with the same case I have. Granted, he's running like a ITX motherboard or whatever, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drives there, 9, 10, 11, 12. Without adding any drive, he added this drive cage here, and you can take the 5 1/4 drive bay out, put more in there, and I've seen people get like, say, like Case Labs. They have a drive cage that screws into like a fan opening, so you know.
If you have to, you just get some mounting tape, right?
I mean, you know, as long as the shit ain't going nowhere. I mean, shit.
Well, I wonder. You should get one of those. Because I think didn't they start trying to sell them now because they like custom designed and stuff like the Storinator cases now from the Linus.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, I just.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just get a, like a hard drive server case. That's what I would have done.
Well, the thing is, you want to be quiet. I mean, some people update actual server racks, but then you got to take out you got to do every fan. You got to buy new power supplies because the redundant power supplies are loud as shit.
And did you just decide on the logistics of it? Like what RAID are you gonna go with, and are you gonna go with the free NAS?
Yeah, free NAS probably, because all I do is like I can run it on a USB stick. I won't have to have an actual drive, so that saves another SATA port for storage.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Any redundancy, or is it all just gonna be the basic RAID where it's all combined together?
Depends on what I can afford, dog. If I can buy a shit ton of drives, there'll be redundancy. Redundancy does not count as backup. But I have all my hard drives now with the old shit, so to me that's backup.
Or you could just each do separate, where one drive is for video games, one drive is for movies A to Z.
Nah.
That way, if you lose the games drive goes bad, you just lose the game drives.
I'm keeping my games on the on the gaming machine, so you don't have to go through the network, because load times would be a bitch.
Well, like if my shit gets too big for this 8 terabyte drive and I get another one, I'll just put one drive will be for movies and the other drive will be for television shows.
I mean, you can get 4 terabytes for 400. So that's 20 terabytes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get a server, chassis, you can buy. A lot of the old enterprises are getting rid of their 1 and 2 terabyte drives. I don't want to fuck with that, because if I'm gonna have to get a RAID card to be able to use more than 6 drives, they're going to be pretty substantial.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm liking this slot here for, 7 3 terabytes, but they're the green drives, which are more supposed to be eco drives. They spin at 5,400 RPM, but they're for data storage, not gaming. So I don't give a fuck.
For cold storage or whatever.
I mean, media storage would be all right. Cold storage, I consider cold storage is stuff that's not being touched. So my externals now, once I get done, if I pull them,
Well, like what was that called the Seagate archive drives or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's stuff
Isn't
that's not
that kind of
touched
like
very much.
I thought they called that like a cold storage.
Yeah, if it's stuff that doesn't, if it doesn't get spun up too much, hell, Linus, their cold storage was literally just a drive sitting on a shelf, unplugged to anything.
Yeah.
For $800, you could buy 22 terabyte drives. But you got to read these and actually do math. Like, well, why would I get that when this is cheaper?
Yeah.
And then I basically, this is another hobby of mine. I go here and I look at these, and I have a calculator app on. I have a calculator app open on another window, and I go through and I go, and then I go, oh wait, I'm not buying shit, because this is just pump the brakes. Yeah, that's
You like the window shop a lot.
Well, you find the best deals that way.
That's true.
I mean, if you just go in, you'll just spend money. Look how, okay, can you see this?
Yeah.
Starting at the top, these are my part picker lists, okay? Look at this.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I remember when I asked you, what's your PC part picker list, and you pretty much said, like, which one?
Last count, I had like 37. I've added like 5 or 6 since then. But it's good because then you can build a list. Like I have several that are almost the same, but with few tweaks to make them different. Like here's one based off of a guy. He did a build on YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't use that power supply. I wouldn't use this or that. But I basically built the same thing with a Vega 64 Strix, $1,900 with 3200 RAM. Or you get the same damn thing with what is it, 3000 RAM? I think, yeah.
Well, the nice thing about getting that Threadripper, the first generation, is you could always just get a second generation if you wanted with just a BIOS update, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm getting the first generation.
Yeah.
And like I keep swapping back and forth. Like, okay, if I have the 1900X, it's this much. Well, if I go in and I change it and I get the 1950, how much more is it? So I gotta know what's in my budget. Can I just? How much would it be if I got everything except the fucking graphics card and just held off until those went down some, or held off on the RAM because that's going to be cheaper later? And then you can see trends.
Yeah. Well, you might as well, because when I went to buy my Ryzen, I wanted to buy the best Ryzen that was out, and that the Threadripper, that'd be the best of that generation, at least. Threadripper, you might as well get that. Why get the slower kind, right?
Right.
I mean, you said it's already pretty cheap, anyways. And what did it start off at? Is like $1,000?
Hold on. 1950X launch price. Started at $999. Yeah, just under 1,000. Then if Micro Center right now. Ooh. Just do 1950X. If you just buy the chip by itself, you can get it for $649.99. That's almost $300 less. And if you get it with a board, I don't want to just one. If you get a compatible board, the cheapest board, at the moment is the ASRock Tai Chi. You get a board and the 1950X for $908.
Nice. That's not a Foxconn though, is it?
No.
Well, that's good. You did your homework, Frank. Good boy.
Can't remember who makes that damn socket.
Was it Gigabyte?
It's a ASRock. It's a Zoom. Of course, I can't read it.
ASRock.
X3. What? X399.
ASCock.
Cheese socket. It's probably easier to just ask which ones use Foxconn. Red Ripper.
I thought it was like Gigabyte or MSI, maybe.
Whatever 4 ones that Jay used.
Yeah. Or you could dig back in our shows and find an article. Good luck with that, though.
I don't know. I don't know, dog. But anyway, it's damn near 2 in the morning. Let's now it's
have fun
time
with that Fallout
to
4.
say goodbye.
He's like, I want to get home to my Fallout family.
That's right.
Well, thanks for coming on. I hope your jaw gets better, buddy.
Right.
No, I hope you feel better because you said it was still a little bit sensitive and sore or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, just be careful, man.
Right.
Don't go balls deep yet, right?
Whoa.
Don't go cherries ball deep.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Frank, air guitar the music. Down.
Oops.
Ass.
Titties.
And boobs.
Ass, titties.
Ass and titties.